Oh, that's loud. Yo, check. There we go. That sounds good.
Yeah. Rick Ross.
Just do that for like 20 minutes.
I'm the boss. Rick.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Are we gonna let it rock for 8 minutes and let people get in here?
Nah, fuck that, dude.
All right, we're gonna fast forward it, even though that beat is pretty sick. I do like that beat.
You're gonna win on
We're gonna
5.
fast forward. We're already live.
Everybody?
We're already live, but we're gonna roll it.
We're gonna roll
it 4 minutes. I want to see some people saying what's up in the chat, though. I want to see some typing going on. We got lockers.
If you are in the chat, say what's up, guys. Say what's up. Let us know you're here. Let us know.
Yeah, this beat has definitely grown on me. Not that I didn't like it the first time I heard it, but now that I hear it over and over, I'm like, this is pretty dope. Where'd you find this, Wes?
I want to say Canva, dude.
That's pretty fucking fire for Canva.
Maybe it was CapCut or something.
That's pretty dope that a producer put that out royalty free. It's actually really good.
I'm so fucking hyped, baby. It's definitely like some early 2000s kind of beat.
That's on my end, I think. Hold on.
Yo, welcome.
We got like 7,000 people in the chat waiting.
Let's go, dude. Come on
like
in, guys. Come on in. Let's go. Welcome. At 1 minute here, he's about to freestyle. Do not want to miss this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, that wasn't just me starting. I just had to fart.
Let's go.
You can't say that around my brother. My little brother will start fucking rapping and shit. You say that around my little brother, he'll start doing it for real. Not half bad either. Oh shit, we got 26 seconds. read this at your own peril, or don't.
I'm butt naked, dude. Watch. Right when it cuts to the screen, I'm butt naked.
I hope you're zoomed in. Oh shit, we didn't cut to the screen yet. Yeah, he's zoomed in. All right.
Wait, can you see me? I hate this computer. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to another Thursday night live stream. We are the Crypto Remora. My name is Wes, and I'm with Sierra, that handsome man on the other side of the screen. Sierra, what is going on, my friend? How are you?
I'm okay. I think I caught a little bit of whatever you had last week, though, because I've started feeling like shit the last 2 days, and so I'm here. I'm alive and kicking it, but yeah, I'm not feeling 100%, but this has already made me feel a little better.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. These streams, dude. I fucking love it, man. I love hanging out with you. I love hanging out with, the live chat, our community members, man. Y'all are awesome. If this is your first time here, welcome. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like and share and all that good stuff, man. We're about to drop some alpha up in here. That's what we do. And yeah, man. Yeah. So the debate, man. How did you watch the debate?
I was in bed. I should have. I have no reason why I didn't, but it slipped my mind because I was just out of it, and I didn't watch it. But I got a good gist of it from Twitter the next day, just reading people's So I'm like, it's almost like you don't even have to watch shit anymore. You could just go on Twitter the next day, see what all your people are saying about it, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I was at work, man, but I had an earpiece in and I was listening to it. So I got mixed emotions about it, man. They kind of backed him into a corner, and I don't know. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But he finished strong, dude. He finished strong.
I heard a lot of people saying that Kamala did good, which is good because even if you're not on her side, right? Like, let's say you're on the right side. Well, don't be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, give people a fair chance and shit. You don't have to hate the other side just because you're on one side. Like, so I was glad to see that because I know she's been getting picked on. Hell, everybody picks on her. Everyone picks on Trump, though. Shit. Come on, let's be real. Everybody's been dogging Trump for 4 years or 8 years. But and he ain't even president, and they dog his ass. So, you got to have thick skin, but it did make me feel good to get the other side that some people were like, giving her some credit for once. Yeah. I didn't see the fucking debate. I don't know. I'm just saying it felt good to see people being nice toward her, even though, I'm not voting for her personally. Yeah, right. I will not vote for her, but I'm glad that people were giving her credit and saying that she did a good job and stuff, because you don't have to be an asshole just because you're not voting for the other person. I think that's what everybody needs to learn a lesson back in this country. We need to have freedom of speech back, where you can speak your mind. If you disagree with someone, tough shit, get over it. Okay. Right. Everyone has their own right to have their own choices. Number one. Number two, that's what this country is. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I'm an American, bro. I'm going to shoot my mouth. I'm going to say what I think, but I'm going to do it with love. I'm going to do it with love as best I can. But yeah, I'm glad that people said that she did a good job. Like I said, I'm not voting for her.
It was very rehearsed. You know what I mean? I'll say this. It was very, very rehearsed. Like, she had been practicing these lines over and over and over. And of course she probably was very rehearsed. And I think that he got caught off guard, man. I think the ultimate goal, their kind of motive was to get under his skin. And I don't know, man. Yeah, he didn't do the best, but he finished strong. Kamala was very rehearsed, and she did do really well. But it is what it is. I get what you're saying, though.
I'm just getting past the point of, I'm starting to see past the point of what it's all about now. Like, there is a bigger picture at play here, and the bigger picture at play that we need to learn, if we hadn't learned it yet, is, and I'm not going to get all hippie, love each other shit. I'm not going to get all corny, but what I'm saying is people do need to realize that a lot of these people with big money and shit, they don't want you getting along. They want you fighting with each other because it keeps the attention off of what the shady shit they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're so brainwashed that I hate Trump or I hate Kamala, if you're so freaking brainwashed into the two people here, right? You're not paying attention to all the big money that feeds them the money. So you need
1%.
to do like what we do on the Crypto Remora. Follow the whales, follow the money, follow the bigger thoughts, the bigger ideas. And the bigger ideas are, don't let your country fall apart and be divided. You know what I'm saying? Like try to respect one another, even if you're on, like, one of our biggest people in here is GMB in the chat. He's a lefty, bro. Told us he's a lefty. And I'm like, but there's been no squabbles at all. Like, it's been all love, and that's how it should be. So I hope this election ends that bullshit that we dealt with for the last 4 years, because it was annoying.
But man, I don't think it will, though. They want that controversy, just like you said. Yeah. And like the topic for today is the Fed, right? The Fed's going to kick off the next phase of the bull run. And everybody's talking about the 25 basis points. You hear people talking about the 50 basis points next week. And the fact is like, honestly, none of that shit matters to the 1%. The 1% is like the market makers for these DEXs, dude. They control the market, man. They control what the hell's going on. Inflation doesn't mean shit. All this stuff is just kind of here to keep us in line, scared, happy, go through the emotions. You know what I mean? And I have a feeling 25% is going to be 20, or a 0.25% basis point cut, because they can't do it too fast. And then I'm almost thinking like, okay, so they got to do that, make the elections all good and shit, make Kamala look good, the sitting president, and if they go higher than that, it's going to cause fear in the markets. You know what I mean? I was listening to, who was I watching today? I think it was Kelly Kellum, man. I was watching Kelly Kellum, and he was talking about, and we know the markets, they don't like uncertainty. So like when you go from 25 basis points to 50, that makes people panic. Like, oh shit, like why are they cutting them so fast like that? So I think that's kind of what everybody's point is on the 0.25. Just nice and easy, soft.
That's what we'll get. That's what we'll get, because Jerome Powell, if there's ever been a boring MFer to listen to or wait on news, it's Jerome Powell. So
and, you got to keep them relevant, man.
But that's cool though, because like you said, that gives a steady, calm, boring, expected kind of thing where it's not going to cause too much craziness.
Well, and if Trump does get elected, and I don't think it would matter, even if Trump was the president now and Kamala was running, they do this shit like in a way to where it's going to screw the next person up. So if Trump gets elected in November, they'll probably raise or cut the rates by 50% or 0.5%, and then cause that mass panic. So when Trump takes office, it's going to be a shit show. Leave him with a shit show that he's got to fix and then blame it on him. That's just kind of how they do it. No matter who it is sitting in office, that's how they do it, man. That's how they do it, and that's how they control the markets too, man.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm kind of focused now. I'm going back to how I was when I was 15. I just, maybe not the same as when I was 15. When I was 15, my grandmother used to tell me, and she was very smart, dude. My grandmother's one of the smartest people I've ever known in my life. She worked for the government. She was high up. Her husband was high up. They did big things like directly with the government and stuff. Yeah. So she used to tell me stuff all the time. She would talk to me about voting and politics. And, I used to say, I just used to tell her, I'm not voting. It's all fake. It's all rigged shit. When I was 15, you couldn't tell me shit though. I listened to Rage Against the Machine. You couldn't tell me.
Yeah,
shit.
Of course, dude. Yeah.
So, I was 100% the other way. And now I got a little older. I voted twice in my life. And like I said, it don't matter what side you're on, but the 2 times I voted, the first time was to vote against Obama, and the second time was to vote for Trump. Those were the only 2 times I've ever voted in my life. And both times, I think I lost. Or in the second time, I think we won, but it was a surprising win when Trump first got in.
Right.
But I didn't vote for Romney. You see what I'm saying? I'm a registered independent. So I was like, oh my God, I got to vote for this asshole. Because I didn't like Romney at all. I just didn't like Obama. So I voted, and you have that right as an American to make your choice, and you should. And you shouldn't get mad at other people for doing that. I think people got to stop attacking each other on, oh, well, it's like sports. Like, it's okay to, if you're a Redskins fan and a Dallas fan, you shouldn't like hate each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, my friend who's a Dallas Cowboys fan, I always talk shit. I say, your team sucks. You're Dallas. I'm a Redskins fan, right? Because I'm from DC. So we talk shit, but it's a joke. It's funny and it's a laughing joke. And until people can get back on that level with politics, it's just going to divide the country further. And I hope that America learns lessons from this and starts to get a bigger brain, y'all. Like, the people that are out there doing this shit, think for yourselves and try to understand that these big money people, they don't even give a shit as much as you. Like, it's like you're out there like die hard for Trump or for Kamala. You know, I get it. If you love your country and you're passionate, it's good. But don't. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't hate the other side or someone who's on the other side just because they're the enemy. Because at the end of the day, we're all Americans, bro. We have to remember that shit. Like, we all live in this country, so we have to stop dividing it so much. You know.
So my question to you is, 0.25 basis cut.
Yeah.
Does it affect the market? Is what we're getting right now? Is that
no? I don't think any of that
by the
shit,
rumor.
I don't think any of this
priced in.
I don't think any of it matters. I think the prices of everything, including stocks and crypto, are exactly where the big money is. Big money is already positioned. In other words, I think right now, big money already knows who the incoming president is. That's just my thoughts. I think big money already knows who's coming in. I have a feeling it's going to be Trump. I don't know. But I definitely just feel it in the air that the big money, Wall Street, because you haven't seen these crazy moves, it's ready for a breakout. I bought Nissan stock just as an example, okay, in the stock world, because I like to keep my eyes on Wall Street because they kind of influence crypto. We're a small pond. Now, I bought Nissan at $7. It's in a descending wedge. It's down at $5.65. But it's at the end of this wedge. And it's one of those stocks that's just a shitty small stock. Nissan, great company, been around a long time. They do robotics and shit too. It's not just a car company, right? So $5.65, and I'm just like, this breakout's coming. And it's like an altcoin. The lower cap something is, the higher the breakout. So what I think is happening is I think big money is already sitting where they want to sit. In other words, whether they do a 25% basis points or 50% basis points, I don't think it matters. I think the big money people, the players, Finkster, BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, Van Eck, all these guys, they already know what's up, dude. Like, they're already positioned. That's just what I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it hurts or helps us in crypto.
Yeah. I mean, when he was raising the rates, it was, I don't know, it's hard to say because I mean we were already going into a bear market either way by the 4-year cycle.
We were getting
murdered. But it would affect that, like when on the day of these, CPI and
on the daily, yes. Yeah, on the daily, yes, I think it will. I was thinking more in the 3 to 6 month range. I don't think it's going to be a thing unless when the day comes, Trump gets elected, because that's good for crypto, whether you like him or not. Trump is going to definitely be good for crypto, and we have a story about that in Alpha Chat too.
Yeah, you want to jump into some of that, or
I'd like to jump into some of the news real quick before we go into TA, just because this is a good segue into what we were just talking about. I don't know if you saw this yet, but I'm going to share my screen. This is pretty. Actually, maybe I need to pull it up here. Give me a second. All right, so this is pretty wild. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but this is some wild shit right here. So if we click this and then it says also share, I don't want to share the audio because sometimes it gets crazy. All right, can you see that? You can see that, right? So you know what this is, right?
What is? I'm trying to switch my screen back.
This is Donald Trump's son's creation. Yeah. This is the DeFi thing, World Liberty Fi.
Mm.
So they're not live yet or whatever, but if people saying, oh well, I don't like Trump, I hate Trump, but you're in crypto, okay, well, you got him right here shilling a freaking DeFi token. So
Yeah, is that the one that is that Kevin Svensson?
Oh
yeah,
Kevin Svensson. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know
Kevin
about that.
Svensson.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
When you pulled that up, you didn't pull it from the alpha chat. You just pulled it from something.
No, I just pulled this up from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just pulled this up from earlier on.
Okay. I got one where he's actually talking about it that Kevin Svensson shared, but I don't know much about it. I mean, I haven't done any kind of research into what it is.
Oh, I haven't deep dove into this yet. I just watched Chico's live stream that was, 2 days past when he actually streamed, and I saw it in the middle of his live stream, and I knew this was coming because I heard Eric Trump talking about it a long time ago. He was like, "We got something big brewing," and I'm like, "They're shilling shit." Trump's NFTs on Matic and shit. Like these boys still have a lot to learn. Like all right, put it this way: if y'all are watching right now, there's 18 people tuned in. Let's just be real. There's not a whole lot of you out there watching, but the 18 of you that are watching right now, if you're following us and you know about Arbitrum, Layer 2s and all, you're already ahead of some of these world leaders, bro, in crypto. Literally, you're early as shit. Because if they haven't learned that Matic is not the coin to be using the L2 yet, and this is like the president's son, you know what I'm saying? The highest position in the world. They have teams of people doing research and shit.
Pull that one from the alpha chat, dude. I want to hear him talk about it because I didn't even listen to it.
You might have to do that because I don't know if I share the audio on mine. Sometimes it acts wild.
Okay.
Can you pull it on your end?
Yeah.
There he is. GMB, what's up?
GMB. What up, player?
Let me show that.
All right.
Yeah, Wes is pulling this up. If you guys are just tuning in, we're talking about the World Liberty Fi coin. Is I guess it's Defiant Ones, which is pretty cool.
So yeah, World Liberty, we're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow and outdated big banks behind. This is coming from Trump, dude. So yeah, this is him talking about it, and I'm gonna play it now.
Join me live on Twitter Spaces at 8 p.m. September 16th for the launch of World Liberty Financial. We're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow and outdated big banks behind.
Yo. That's dope, man.
All right, so
I guess they'll be doing the rug radio on that, but yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is perfect timing because GMB, I was talking about you in the intro. I was saying, GMB said he's on the left. I'm not on the right. I'm an independent, but what we were just talking about is the fact that one of our coolest people in the chat is on the left, and I'm independent. I'm not voting Kamala. I don't know if GMB is. He may be, but the point I was saying in the intro is it don't matter. Like I'm glad GMB's here. Like we talk to each other with respect in the chat and shit. He's one of our fans. He's here every freaking week supporting us, and that's how shit should be, dude. Like as an American, you should not feel the need to be like silent. Like, oh my god, I need to be quiet because I'm voting for this person. They're gonna hate. That shit's got to go away, bro. That shit has got to be done with in this country, like for real. But GMB, all right, that's funny though. That's cool though. So that is cool.
Man.
That's cool. But see, that's the other thing. Like, so people say, well, like, we should be able to get to that point where we're laughing about things again and not being so hateful towards one another. So
yeah, well,
that's on the soapbox, dude. I'm done with that shit.
No, you're good. I'll be the first one to say, man. I mean, I don't think Trump did a good job at all, man. She had her shit together, and she did what she came there for, unfortunately. And I mean, he finished strong though. He finished strong. She ain't about shit. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. She doesn't even know like what she wants to do. But anyways,
and I agree too. I'm not voting for her at all.
Yeah.
She's been a running joke for the last year and a half, and I have absolutely no trust in her, and I would never vote for her. But what I was saying, I was saying is if even with all of that, I still felt good inside when I saw other people that are voting for Trump, that are going to vote for Trump and tell you straight up they're voting for Trump and they would never vote for anyone else. I saw some of those people saying Kamala did a good job. Like she did a good job. Like they were happy for her that, you know, and you should be. If someone's a worse baseball player than you, don't be a dick. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, you suck. Like after the game, go up and shake their hand. It's called good sportsmanship. And we need to get that kind of vibe back in the country. That's what I'm saying. But it feels like they've got it so divided now that some of the hardcore people on both sides, they just look at the other ones like, you're a fucking piece of shit. You know, you're a bad human being because you're voting. Like, come on, dude. That's all I'm saying. I want to get away from that shit, and hopefully we will.
So that's interesting, man. I'm just reading up on this World Liberty Finance.
Let's bring that back up. This is your other one in the alpha.
No, this is the one we were just looking at. So this right here, apparently advisor announcement. We're excited to welcome Raphael Jacobi to World Liberty Finance as the founder of one of the first exclusively crypto-focused law firms. Crypto-focused law firm. Oh, so yeah, okay, never mind. I was thinking something else. But I guess they take crypto cases and fight for them in court. I was just curious, like, how is it a crypto-focused law firm? But I figured it out.
I'm more worried about that freaking tie with that damn jacket.
I'm worried about, I don't know, man.
I don't know about that shit, bro.
I can't tell if it's the suit or
the hair,
the tie, or it's. Come on, man, change your face, bro.
He's trying to pull I don't know what it is, but I just kind of want to
change your face, or I'm going to change it for you.
That's a great movie. I just want to stick one of these right in there. No, he's all right, but that you can't have that low cut, dude. You can't have that low
cut. I'll send him a message.
Just what it is.
I'll let him know, dude.
You can have one or the other. You can have that tie, that jacket, or that low cut. You can't have all three, bro. Come on.
I think it's there's something about the thick eyebrows too. No, I'll send him a message, dude. We'll get it straightened out.
At least he's not smiling. That's a good thing.
True. If he was smiling, I would
that would be over with.
That'd be worrisome. But yeah, I just sent Trump a message, man, and he usually gets back to me.
Tighten his boy up a little bit.
Yeah, so we're good. I just did that, so we're all good.
Oh shit, he just responded. He's on it. He said he's on it. He's gonna let him know about the tie.
Okay.
He will help him with the tie, so we're good.
We're good on that. Okay, we can move forward now. All right, so here's a interesting one, and like, dude, these numbers kill me. Like, I just don't see it getting this high. But this is from Vivek. Vivek for real.
Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah. He was the other one. That's the one Joe's going to vote for this year if he was on, but he dropped out. He's supporting Trump. Vivek.
This is okay. All right.
Is that Ramaswamy? I think I can't see without my freaking glasses, even with
this
screen.
This guy with the laser eyes.
Oh no! Hell no! That's not Vivek Ramaswamy. That's somebody else.
All right. So he posted this. Van Eck Ethereum. What does it say? 90 billion. Van Eck CEO says Bitcoin will hit 350,000. I'm not sure exactly when. I'm just going to play the clip. And
so about a year ago, I started pounding the table because eventually the Fed is going to start easing here. That's great for gold and that's for Bitcoin. What I said is Bitcoin is growing up and will be eventually half the total market cap of gold. So that's about 350,000. So quite a ways to go from here. The super bulls, if central banks adopt it and, it's part of the monetary system, then in the millions, but I don't like to talk about that too much.
What, more than 2 million? More than 3?
Yeah, like 2.9. We've got some model, which is, you have to look at the assumptions.
Right. Well, yeah, there are always big ifs there. Where are you as an ETF guy with all kinds of different ETFs, everything from fixed income to, who knows,
2050.
staples, consumer cyclicals, etc.
By
Where
2050.
do you put your personal money right now?
I like longer term trends because I feel like, okay, it'll be a bumpy ride, but I like to have conviction about something that's going to happen in 5 or 10 years. To me, there's no doubt that Bitcoin is becoming adopted the way gold is. I just think it's obvious. Now, I think you have to have your own diversified portfolio, and kind of having a huge overweight to Bitcoin is a personal decision, but I just see that rising. I'll give you another example, India. The Indian economy is the best macro story. Everyone says the stocks are overvalued. I get it, but it's doubtless the Indian equities have done as well as U.S. equities over the last 10 years and will continue to do well.
So here we go. And the way that I look at this, man, is this is the mind of an institutional guy, man. VanEck CEO. Like this is the way they're seeing it, man. This is the way they're thinking, most of these guys. They're not looking, for what Bitcoin's going to be at in 2025. They're looking at what is Bitcoin going to be at in 2050. And I think when you take that stance, dude, and you just step back, you know what I mean? Like, bro, if Bitcoin is at 2.9 million, even if it goes to 1 million by 2050, I mean, dude, that's 25 years from now. My son's going to be well off and we'll be retired, man. We'll be retired. Hell, 500,000. We're chilling.
You got to
dude.
comb over. GMB still talking shit about last voice.
Yeah, man.
You got to comb over.
Yeah,
I just
he's
saw that
Trump's
shit.
on it. He's on it.
Oh shit! And did y'all see a stat I heard from Pomp that Bitcoin has been open for trading for more time than the stock market since the 70s? What? Hold up, GMB just dropped a fucking bombshell.
What did he say?
Are you talking about Pomp? Like, are you talking about Pomp
Pompliano.
like Pompliano, Anthony Pompliano?
Yeah.
He says he heard from Pomp that Bitcoin has been open for trading for more time than the stock market since the 70s. You got to clarify that a little bit for me.
No, because it's what is it, perpetual or whatever, like where it's open 24/7, dude. Like it's trading.
Oh, I got you. It's
yeah,
been.
dude.
Oh yeah, dude. That's weird though. The math on that is crazy.
I mean, you think 10 years.
Holy shit! Stock market's been around for 200 years, almost 200 years. Stock market started
in the
over
50s, right?
No, stock market started
that.
in the fucking 1800s and shit. 1900s.
No, dude.
Or I'm sorry, 19. Yeah, dude.
It was early No, I don't think it was 1800s, dude. Hold on,
bro.
Look it up.
Late 1800s was the first traded. Hold on,
let's see.
I think it was the end of the 1800s. Wait a minute. The first stock exchange in the world was created in Amsterdam. To raise capital, decided to sell stock and pay dividends of the shares to investors. Then in 1611, the Amsterdam Stock Exchange was created. I'm talking about when stocks were very first, was way back then. But the first one here, 1792,
right,
bro.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
1792. And it's been open for trading that long, and then Bitcoin's done it.
I don't think they're talking about, I guess it because it says that's the New York Stock Exchange, bro. It was founded in 1792. So if you do the math,
New York Stock
GMB's saying since the 70s. I got you. That makes sense. He's saying if you took the stock market from the 70s till now.
Oh, okay.
Bitcoin's,
that's when
that's still a lot, bro. That's a lot of trading because
that's when they started tracking the US dollar. I think is when the DXY went live. I know it was like early, like
this is a good
go ahead.
This is a good screen. I want to share this just because I've always wanted to talk about this on the show before. So this is pretty incredible, you guys. So the first East Dutch India Company, 1602. That's going way back. This is why I always say that these guys with big money, they don't play games, bro. They've been doing this shit a long time. When I say a long time, I don't just mean their lifetimes. I mean their father's lifetime, their grandfather, their great-grandfather, their great-great-great. And you could see if the New York Stock Exchange was founded in 1792, You know what I'm saying? These cats have been doing this shit a long time. Van Eck, Vanguard, all these big companies, and the Rothschilds in the banking industry. They've not. This is nothing new, dude. These panic candles and shit. All this shit has been going on for hundreds of years. Like already hundreds of years. So, in crypto being as new as it is, you have to look at the long run. If you're getting into something that's only 13 years old, right? This stock's been around that long. You're in something that's only been 12 or 13 years old, and you're watching the show right now. You're watching Crypto Remora. You're not too late to the game. You are fucking early. So if you think you missed Bitcoin at 3,000, you're like, oh, it's too late. I'm too late. No, you're not, bro. Look at this. Look at the long-term vision.
Yeah.
And realize how early you are.
Yeah. They didn't get the bread and the salad and the appetizer, but the entree
I'll be right back. I got to close the door.
Dude, you're going to miss. I put a lot of thought into that shit, man. Anyways. Y'all about to eat, cuz we all about to eat. We about to fucking eat. We about to cook. All right, man. I'm gonna move on to this post right here. All right, I'm jumping back over here to the alpha chat, man. I thought this was pretty interesting. This is by Sentiment, excuse me. A surge of positive Bitcoin commentary across social media has come in over the past week, so much so that the ratio of positive comments is more than double the amount of negative comments for the first time in over a year. The crowd's sudden optimism towards crypto's top asset is concerning, as prices traditionally top when this level of FOMO is present. Look for traders to slow their roll and start to express FUD again. When the crowd begins conveying doubt again, BTC will truly begin testing his March all-time high market value. To me, I still feel like sentiment is just shit right now, dude. So I don't know where they're getting this, how they, like what they take in to produce this this data here. But I mean, what about you, man? Do you feel like I don't feel like there's no positive sentiment right now. I mean, fear and greed is still kind of shitty. You know what I mean?
No, dude, the vibe, it's funny because, bro, when we were at 52 last week, we were at 52, and we called this shit before. If y'all are just tuning in, we were calling this shit for the last month. We said 48 to 58K. And to be fair, I called that shit when we were at 62. I said, look, we got a 48 to 58K range that needs to be dealt with. And I know nobody wanted to hear it then because we were up. Everyone was, we're going up. Everyone was bullish. And I was on the bearish side. And I said, no, dude, the market makers want to make more trades down here. There's too much gap. And I'm gonna say it again. You have to be able to shift on a dime. My thesis was we have to go to 48 to 58. We dropped to 48 to 58. We've been dogging around in that range for a little bit, but we've been hanging on the high side. We've been hanging at 58, right? But when we were at 52, everyone was like, oh, shit. And then the market shifted the next day, and we went to almost 56, 58, and everyone's like, we're bullish again. So they're so short-term, bro. Everyone's so short-term. The sentiment changed maybe for that day. But I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't either, man. I don't
see enough happy people yet. Not yet, but I think it's coming, bro. I think it's coming.
I agree. I mean, dude, yeah, we've pretty much nailed it. I mean, when everybody was screaming 44,000, Bitcoin was at 61,000. That's when you started talking about your 48 to 58. We called 52. Boom, went and hit 52.
Exactly at it.
And we said it was going to
and then we
55,
said 58,
went to 55,
went to 58, hit it. Come right
where
down.
We at right now, dude? We are right above 58K, and we're gonna look at it here in a second. Let's finish this up. But yeah, I don't see how this this data here is accurate. But I mean, I don't know. All right, now we're gonna start getting into a little bit of charting here. All right, so this is by the Titan of Crypto, guys. Y'all have heard that we've been talking about this cup and handle kind of deal going on here. Titan of Crypto says Bitcoin legendary 100K target incoming. We totally agree with that. This end of the year could surprise many. It feels reminiscent of the end of 2022 when recession was in everybody's mouth and trending on X. Back then, many anticipated $9,000 or lower for Bitcoin, but it bottomed out and it continued up. And you can see in this top left corner here, let me blow this up. You can see in this top left corner, this is exactly what he was talking about. You know, back in 2022, we were kind of doing that same pattern here. And then you lay that on top of this one, stretch it out a little bit and lay it on top of this one. I mean, it looks very, very similar, man. Same exact thing, man. That entire move from top to bottom, and then where we're at now, breaking even, and then we'll start to break above that when we, you know, the break of structure here after the handle. We'll break that structure and continue up. Yeah.
Is that 2017 up top?
That is 2022. That's 2022. And the target on this breakout, he's got it going from 50,000. So where we bottomed, he's got it going from 50,000, and then that move should put us up around 110. We've been saying like, you know, 100,000, somewhere around there, 90, 95, something like that. But yeah, he's got his target at 110,000 on this cup and handle move.
But that first, let me ask you this though, because remember we measured the 83,000 for our first short term. You know, when we first get above 72, going to 83 and hitting our head a little bit or around that area. Is that where that first? So, you know, if you guys are just tuning in or you're just learning, this is my favorite pattern to measure, to take the bottom of the middle of the cup to the top of the cup. If it's a little teacup, you grab that arrow right there and you just drag and drop it at the end over there like he did, and it'll give you your measurement.
Yeah. You find that breakout point.
It's pretty badass to do. But the first, you see when it breaks out of that cup and handle, Wes, he's got a fractal kind of thing where it goes up and then down, and then it goes that second leg up. That first leg, where is that? Because I can't read the number. Where does he have that first leg breakout coming to?
In the top, talking about in this chart.
Yeah, right there on the right in that green bar. Right there.
Here.
Where is that?
Okay.
Where is like that first spike? What is that? The first spike. Right,
yeah, that's where we have it, dude. That's 100. No, it's like 90. Actually, it's about 95,000.
So where's the retrace? Where's the retrace of that first top?
So it looks like he did a retracement here because this is a 5 move impulse, right?
Yeah.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's got this retrace coming
number
back.
2. The retrace on number 2 retrace.
This
1,
retrace,
2. Yeah, that right there. Where's that?
That's about 75,000.
So that's just above 72K. So he's in between 72 and 100, which is what's in the middle of that, baby. 83K is pretty much in the middle of that. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that. So yeah, he's got the retrace, and plus this is on the weekly. Sometimes it's a little different on the daily chart. You know what I mean? You get those extra candles in there. It'll make it look a little different. But yeah, I mean.
But the question is, are y'all ready for this shit? Because everyone's been bitching and moaning for 6 months and bored.
I don't think they are, dude.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all real? Are your bags really packed? Are y'all bags really packed? That's what the question you should be asking yourself. Don't ask yourself, when are we going all-time high right now? That's the wrong question.
Wrong
you need
question.
To shift and say, are my bags packed correctly? And what I mean by that is it's different for all your situations. Wes's situation is different than mine, right? GMB's situation is different than Wes's. You see what I'm saying? Everyone in this chat has a different financial goals and different time in their life. They're making different decisions. Like some of y'all want to make more risk because you don't have any kids and you're young and shit.
Yeah.
Some of you are a little older, already have a pile of money. You need to make different moves than someone like, you see what I'm saying? Like my situation.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
My situation's way different than Wes's for a number of reasons, right? But in my personal situation, I've had to capitulate for in real life shit. I've had a rough couple of years. You know, it's been going through the ringer, but thank God for it, because crypto helped me survive all this shit. Right now. So what I did, could be right, could be wrong. We'll find out. But what I did is I said, roll the dice. And I went into my low caps and then I shifted back into some memes. Right. But I'm in the position now where I wanted to be in 2020. I wanted to be all in on Ethereum, but I wanted to be in on lower caps. I just didn't know enough about DeFi in 2020. So I was like, only had Uniswap and a couple other tokens, Unibright. But I wanted to be lower, and I couldn't because I wasn't capable. I didn't have the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm where I wanted to be in 2020. with low caps and with DeFi. So if y'all are watching, you're tuning in, it doesn't matter what level of the game you're at. Just make sure your bags are freaking packed right now, because when this shit starts moving, bro, you don't want to be. It's already too late. Once it starts moving and taking off, you're already freaking like it's like, oh shit, it's on. Like once it starts moving, you're gonna want to already be positioned. So I just hope y'all are ready, because I know that this bull run is gonna be when it comes, bro. It's gonna be unlike anything I think we've ever seen. I think it's gonna blow 2017 out of the fucking water. Like all the old school OGs, GMB, you were there for 2017. I wasn't. GMB's more old school than me. I don't know what it was like, but I'm sure it was insane, because Ethereum coming out and DeFi just coming out. I mean, that had to have been nuts, dude. But I think this bull run's going to literally just smack the shit out of everything that Wall Street's ever seen, bro. Yeah. I really do. I do.
Yeah. And just to kind of piggyback on what you were saying, if you don't have a plan and you don't have your bags packed, and go ahead and start planning. Go ahead and start planning now, because again, that was my biggest mistake, is not having a solid plan on the last bull run, dude, for taking profits and what I was going to do with those profits. So yeah, I mean, Sierra, everybody's situation is different. Figure out what your situation is, figure out what you want out of all of this, and create a solid plan, dude, and follow through with it. You know how many times like I've planned on selling here, buying here, you know what I mean? And I just didn't did it. I just didn't do it. And like I beat myself up for it, dude. I think that's something I'm going to focus on too, man, is holding myself accountable.
I think I'll do you one more up, Wes. I think what we should both do is hold each other accountable on this bull run. And I think what we should do for our viewers, because you guys know this crypto space. I mean, if you're watching us, you know now we're not like these shillers, right? With the thumbnails, like, oh, me and Wes used to make fun of them. Like all the thumbnails are like, you know, it's like, buy this coin, buy this. That's not the Crypto Remora. We don't do that. We're the real deal. We're both not rich and famous. You know, we do this shit out of the love. We've been doing it because we love it. We're not millionaires. We're not big money people. We're blue collar workers.
100%.
Just got into this shit, right? So, but we've studied and we're very passionate, and we know enough to show you guys the basics. And that was always our goal with the channel. But part of what I think we should do, Wes, with this bull run that no other influencers do. You want to be real? Fucking tell your people when you're selling, bro. I think
dude,
I'm gonna be like, bro, this coin's hot. I've been holding it for this long. Show people how to cash out, because that's a lesson we both lost in 2020, and that'll help you prevent yourself from round tripping, which I promise you do not want to round trip, bro. If you guys are watching, do not round trip your bags. That shit hurts more than, oh my God, that's the worst. And when I say round trip, it means hold your shit all the way up. Like for me, I watched my portfolio go from what it was to $34,000. And for someone like me who grew up with nothing, my grandparents had some money, but my dad's side didn't have shit. You know, my mom was single mom, working 2 kids. We didn't really, we had cereal. My mom treated us better than, because she made great money for a single mom. She wasn't the norm though. But we grew up, hot dogs, ramen noodles, grilled cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That we grew up on that. And then on my dad's
side, we grew up
side,
knocking on the neighbor's door.
You didn't even have that shit. Yeah, you didn't really have that shit. Like I had to go with food stamps. My stepmom would send me with the food stamp. And this is back in the day, y'all, when you didn't get a little debit card that looked like you got a debit card. I'm talking, this is back in the day when you had the little token book, the coupon book food stamps, and they were bright pink,
I remember
like
those,
Monopoly money.
Stamps.
Bro, I used to be, and I was ashamed of it when I was like 6 months. My stepmom was like, go in there, buy the milk and bread. I'm like, I don't want to go in there. I was embarrassed. But so for me, y'all might be laughing, say 34,000. That ain't a lot. Bro, that was the most money I'd ever seen it was in my hand. All I had to do was hit the fucking sell button. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't hit the sell button.
Didn't sell.
And I watched that 34 grand go down to 6 grand like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hold each other accountable on selling.
I like GMB. What he's saying here. One strategy is to hold coins you aren't passionate about. And I get what he's saying here, because it took me a second before it hit me. Yeah, like I got a bunch of airdrop tokens, dude. I could fucking care less about. I got them just for fucking around on, a platform or two, and I haven't sold them, dude, because to me that was just free money, man. I was just playing around and they rewarded me, and I don't fucking care to hold them, dude. I like my ETH, my Bitcoin, and my Solana, and maybe a few other Chainlink and shit like that.
XMR, that's Monero, isn't it?
Yeah,
we get fuck around, get banned talking about that joint on YouTube.
Nah,
they don't like that shit. Privacy coins.
Bro.
No, but I hear you on that. That's a good tactic, GMB. I like that thought.
Yeah, I like that too, man. Yeah, I've never sold any of my. I've sold my EtherFi, which was a really nice airdrop to buy more Ethereum because I wanted to play around on some other stuff, and I needed Ethereum. You know what I mean? But I got a second airdrop from EtherFi, and now I'm just chilling. I'm holding that.
Wes, did you just quick question, guys? I know y'all are watching, and me and Wes kind of go off the cuff on these shows, which is why we like them. But we also have some stuff planned. But this is going to be off the cuff a little bit. I had an email drop to me 2 weeks ago, Wes, from Ethereum Name Service, and I think we both have that. It's talking about you didn't claim your airdrop yet, and I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Like, hold up. Did anyone else get any emails of that? If you did, comment in the chat. Wes, did you get any emails from ENS talking about an airdrop?
I block a lot of them, dude. I've gotten different emails, and I just go ahead and block those.
That's what I'm wondering. I didn't click on it yet. I don't even know if they even gave a token yet, or if they even
they do. They have a token, and they did do an airdrop.
They did do one.
Yeah,
it's possible, bro. It's possible. It's legit, and I need to fucking claim my shit.
Well, they did it. It was like 3 years ago when they did it. Because I remember when it went on to crypto.com, you know, these sexes, when they get those tokens in, a lot of times they'll be sent for free, and they're, you know, to sell to their clients or whatever. And I don't know.
Well, I got that domain. I don't know if it was 3 years ago. It was a while ago, though. It was definitely a while ago.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too, man, because I have the Crypto Remora. We got our Crypto Remora domain, and I've never, like, when do I
don't use this shit. I think we got .com scammed on that shit. everyone buying the .com names, and now everyone's buying .eth.
It is easier though, man. Like,
but I
like it. I
can't use my shit though. I have SierraCrypto.eth, and like if I tell somebody to send it to SierraCrypto.eth, I don't know. I got to figure it out. I guess I haven't done enough homework yet.
Guess what I didn't do?
You didn't plug in your headphones.
Yeah, and every time Sierra tells me to, he's like, yo, don't forget to plug in your laptop.
ENS working with PayPal too now, right? Oh, that's good news to hear.
Yeah.
PayPal better.
Oh, hey, speaking of EtherFi. Shit, I got to update. Speaking of EtherFi, man, did you see they partnered with Visa and Scroll? So they're going to have like their Visa cards. You can stake your Ethereum with EtherFi. They give you the ETH, which is the, you know, EtherFi LST. And then they give you 8% cash back with the Visa card. I love what EtherFi is doing, man. I love what they're doing. But yeah, it looks pretty dope.
I've not seen that. I did see the other news real quick because I know we need to get into charts in a minute, y'all. But we're going over news first too, because there's so much shit happening. Swift, Chainlink is speaking at the Swift conference. If you guys don't know who Swift is a part of the organization that goes back to that 1692 shit, right? Swift is the global banking systems money set, like how we have ACH for the banks, how the banks send money in this country. You know, that federal wire system where the one bank federally wires to another bank. Okay, that's just local. What Swift does is Swift takes banks from the US and sends it to other banks in other countries. That's the network of global computers for the banking system, Swift. And Chainlink is speaking at the Swift. Hello. What other shit do you need to know that the future of finance is crypto, bro? Like, it's over with. Old school finance is already capitulated. They already realize if they do not adopt this system, that this system will replace them completely. So what you're going to see is when they say, oh, PayPal now too. Yeah, GMB. If they don't, they're dead. They're going to get blockbustered. They have two options. The option is they go with crypto or they die. And that's what's going to happen. And that goes for Fink. That goes for all of them. The entire banking system, bro. Because think about it. Your bank charges you $35 late fee. You're already broke. You're working your ass off. You get a redraft. You go over by $1 or $2 because you bought some milk for your fucking kids. And then the bank charges you, beat you over the head for $36. Do you want to roll with that, or do you want to go on your phone and see that you got exactly $6 worth of crypto? Yeah, the businesses have to adapt it. But if you got $6 on your phone, and you could just send that shit to your boy or to your wife or to your girlfriend or to whoever, and then they could just scan it right there and do it that way without worrying about that shit looming over your head. What are you going to go with? Yeah. Right? So it's going to be a tricky transition. I don't see the banks disappearing, but I also don't see Ethereum and crypto disappearing, right? I think it's this war, and that's what you're seeing about to happen. I do think that the traditional finance they're moving towards crypto, bro. Like, it's a big deal. That Swift thing is huge. Chainlink speaking at Swift is huge.
Yeah.
And it's not the first time. They've been doing it for a couple of years now, too. So, but yeah, what else? Holmes is in the chat. What's up, Holmes?
Holmes, what is up, my friend? Thank you for being here, brother.
You had one other Bitcoin chart, I thought.
Do I?
In the alpha chat, didn't you have?
Oh, yeah, I got one right here. This is kind of like what we at 58,000 level.
All right.
So this is that $58,000 level. Rec Capital here. Shout out to him. Bitcoin is pressing into the weekly channel bottom, which is the black here. Where's the fucking? Oh yeah, this one right here. This line right here. Shit. I thought it. Hold on one second. I want to figure this out. There it is. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin's pressing into the weekly channel bottom. That's that $58,000 level that we were talking about last week. And he's just saying a daily close above 58.80 would be a good contributing sign towards setting the price up for a retest of the channel bottom. So this is the channel bottom that he's talking about. And he's just saying, like, if we can break and hold above this $58,000 level, come back and retest it again. He's saying that this could be a possible continuation to the.
We're not ready yet
in that top black. This is the weekly now, so you got to look at it. It's a little different, man. So he's looking at a time frame of like a couple of months, maybe 1, 2, 3 months. Because it moves slow. You're just getting one candle in 1 week. So you got to think about that, man. Unless we put in a massive candle on 1 week and do the same the next, it's going to be a couple of weeks. I mean, we could get a couple of massive candles. I mean, look at this one here. And you measure that. I mean, that'd put us around 64K, 64,000. I think we're just going to go with 65, right? And we'll look at the chart here in a second, but 65,000, that's the level I'm looking at to when we break above that and retest it and continue up. That's when I'm like, all right, here we go.
And then you still got to get above 72.
We gotta stay above 58.
58 is good right now. Right now at the time of streaming, y'all.
We're above 58, right?
58, 132. You're $132 above 58. So this is a trick that the market makers play now, okay? Because when I say 48 to 58, I give a $200 range above the number always, because just because the range is 58, the market makers know you got your stop limit at 58,000. What are they going to do? They're going to push you $200 above, liquidate your ass, and not really break 58K. So just because you're above 58K right now does not mean, oh, that's it, we're out of the range. No, we're not. In my head, when I say 48 to 58, I always give a couple $100 below or above that number. So if you're at 57,600, you're close enough. That's 58. If you're at 58,400, you're still around 58. I round up and round down like you used to do in math. That's just me personally, because I know that market makers liquidate your ass. They know that the people are watching those levels. So they give themselves a $200 range to play above and below those psychological levels. So you have to be very careful with the bullishness. And I'm bullish, right? And I'm glad we're above 58K, but I'm not saying we're out of the 48 to 58K range. Not yet. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think I think we go back down again. And I could be wrong, and I hope I am, but I just feel like we've hovered at the top of 58K. So I don't know why I'm being bearish, because we have been at the top of that range, Wes. I shouldn't be bearish right now, right? But I feel like we need to go down there one more time, bro. Like I just feel like they need to. I don't know. I feel like there's more trading for them to do at that lower level, one or two more times, and so I'm careful right now until we bounce heavy, like you're saying. I'm still holding this range right now, but let's do some more TA. Let's see what else you got. Maybe you'll change my mind by the end of the stream. Let's see.
Yeah. So the last time we streamed, we were around. Yeah, we went to 52, and then we went to 58, retraced back to about 56. And dude, go on Twitter, man. Like, dude, I've been posting these fucking trades, and they're just been hitting, dude, target after target. So now we were talking about, okay, this is our major level, right? And that's going to be that 65. It's a range. I like to put a range here, 64 to 65. And that's that major level. That's that major swing high right here. And that's the level we need to break above. And if we can break above that, we're making a new high, right? So we're making a new high. And on the shorter time frames, we're making higher lows and higher highs. So we're in the right direction. So the trend is going up right now. But we just hit some major resistance on the lower time frames, which is going to be the $58,000 level. The good thing is, dude, like we just had our daily close, and we close right above 58,000. Look at that. So that is the 12th, September the 12th. This is our daily close. Closes at 8 o'clock. I don't know why, but that's just what it does, right? And we close right above. You can see right here, it says. We closed at 58,129. Okay, so we closed above that 58. Now we said if we close above 58, we need to get another green candle. Yeah. And that's what we're doing right now, man. This is our new candle for the day, right? And it's green right now. If we can see that momentum continue, dude, I feel confident about this, and I do think that we continue to the upside, and I do think that we go to 64,000. But right now, baby steps. We are in an uptrend on the shorter time frames, and we're above 58,000, dude. We closed above 58,000. We're above these moving averages on the short term. I want to say this is. I always have to look. All right, so the 21. Which one's the bottom two? 50. Yeah. Okay. 21, 50, and 9. So the 9 is the one that's going to track the closest. The 50. Which one was that? This is the 50. Nope. This purple line is the 50. All right. This purple line is the 50. So we want to see us get back above that 50-day moving average on the daily. And I think we are in a good direction, man. As long as we can stay above 58,000, man, I think that our next target is 100% 65,000.
All right, so I'm gonna agree with you on one aspect, but I'm gonna agree with you on one, but I'm gonna disagree with you on the other. Where you're saying the 65, I do see that, but look at that last drop we had back on the 200-day moving average. I think it is the bottom line of the 3. Look what we did last time. But go back further where that big green God candle is. Go to the big green God. Here? No, the other one on the left.
Right here.
Okay, yeah. You see that blue bottom on the line? Mm-hmm. See how it dips down, right? And then comes up a little and comes down?
This one?
Yeah, you see how that drops and then kind of see it bounced, then it goes sideways, and then it goes up. But it had a little dip on that first little bounce. Mm-hmm. So what you're seeing now, it's doing that same kind of thing where the blue line's kind of going like this, and then it goes up a little, and then it goes down right there. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is we could have a bounce or here to the upside like we're doing, and then have a little bit of slow, couple more leaks down before we go to that. But I agree, dude. There is strength. There's a lot of strength in the market right now, and the fact that we closed above the 58K is beautiful, right? I just want to see a retest and a strong bounce, and I want to see some more candles closing above it before I'm on board to say that we're even through this level yet. But even if we are, this ties right into what I've been saying about the market makers. Let's say they push it up, and I'm making a bad call. Wes is on point right now. Wes, and we go up. We go, and he probably is, because he's a better trader than me technically. But if you see the upside go up, that doesn't mean the market makers won't drop your ass back down in this range again. Maybe they'll let you go up right now, let you liquidate some people that are bearish, right? And then go to the upside, and then they'll say, you know what, then let's next week or 2 weeks from now, we'll drop it back down to that range again one more time, get a couple more trades, and then go up. And this is what I'm trying to say to y'all. This is the kind of shit the market makers do they've been doing it for hundreds of years.
Yeah, of course.
They are good at this shit. They're better than we are at it. So, and they have the money to move it. They have more money than you, so they can move the shit. Now, I was going to ask you this. Do you know how to measure the double bottom right there? How do you measure the target breakout for that? Yeah. How do you measure the target price from a double bottom? Because I don't know.
So the really only way you can do it, man, like the only way that I can think of is to take that from with your Fibonacci extension, take it from that swing low, which is our major swing low, the bottom, right?
But wouldn't you take it from the candle and not the wick? Take it from the bottom of the candle bottom, or no?
I mean, it depends. Like if you're just looking from wick to wick, but if you're looking from candle body to candle body, it really depends on the trader, man, and what they're looking for. Like if you're looking for closes, are you just looking for wicks? So it really depends. You know what I mean? I like to go wick to wick.
You went from just local high to local low.
Yeah, because this is a major level here, man.
Yeah,
this area down here is a major level. Now, if it was like some wick that we've only visited a few times, then I'd probably go to the body. But since this is in a major, a major structured area here, I feel comfortable going from wick to wick, and then pulling back down on the retracement where that second bottom is. Well, hold on now. I see what you're saying, because the candle closes are the body, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. The wicks are just temporary, and then they went back up. The wick just shows you temporarily where it went low.
Yeah, so the only way that this doesn't work is if they're even like that, because you want to see the breakout and then the pullback, and then that gives you your next target area. So if we did it from candle body to candle body, your targets wouldn't be as accurate. But so I feel like this is probably the better way, because you're doing your, that impulse wave up, and then the retracement, which is going to be the double bottom. We know it's the double bottom. There's a double bottom on the close, and then you're looking for your breakout area, which is going to be 68,000, which is the one level here, and then our next one's going to be that 72.
Damn, bro. So here's the thing. Like I said, you have to be able to shift on a dime in this market, even quicker than in stocks, because crypto moves way faster in stocks. Dude, you may have already changed my view that quick.
I'm
because
bullish, man.
Dude, that double bottom right there that's scary to bet against, like a bear. Like, and I'm a permabull. I'm not trying to be negative, y'all. I'm just trying to give you all both sides always. Me and Wes are always going to go back and forth on both sides, because you have to look at both sides. But damn, bro, I see, and you're getting the coil, right? You're going down. You're in this downward channel, which is still bullish because you had that massive run up. So you're cooling off. But now you're starting to coil up, and you have a double bottom. So that's bullish. You're at the end of a pattern. That's bullish. We're getting closer to October. That's bullish.
Yeah. So on the daily here, I like the fact that we revisited the top of this twice and closed above it twice. I do like that. I like the fact that it looks like a double bottom. You know what I mean? Or it is a double bottom. Technically speaking, that is a double bottom.
Looking at the candles, yeah.
I like the fact that we've closed this day above 58. And I'm going to say, man, I'm telling you, if we close this, if this next green candle, the one that we've started now, if we can get above that the top of that range, get in the 59, I'll probably wait on a retest back to 58 if I get lucky, and then put a long end to go up to the 60 area. But if you go on the shorter time frames, these yellow lines that I have here, those are significant levels, man, on like the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and you're gonna have your little stops, you know what I mean, along the way. But I mean, just look at it, man. You know, this is something we talked about, is the inverse here. You know what I mean? We got our left shoulder, we got our head, and then we got our right shoulder. The breakout on that's going to put us above 70. You know what I mean? If we can break above this, let's see, this is kind of acting as like a little resistance area. I just look at all possible scenarios, man, you know, as far as market structure goes. But you have this right here. I mean, we've only hit it twice, but we could come up and hit our head on that, man. You know what I mean?
62. That's around 62.
Yeah, 62. But a lot of times, man, they say, what is it, 2 or 3 times? Isn't it 3 times you have to touch a line for it to actually be a trend?
Yeah, that's a general crypto. That's a crypto rule.
And it just, you know, we've only hit it twice, so I'm not putting too much weight on that. Something I will put a lot of weight on, though, is this here. You know what I mean? I will say that is kind of acting as resistance. You know?
Yeah,
and that's bring it down to the closes.
That's up at yeah, that's up around 64 to 67 ish to that trend line.
Just to make it easy, man. Just let's do the regression channel here. And something else that I like about this, right? We talked about these clusters above. This is the middle. This is where, you know, the average price of Bitcoin's been since March. And then you have, you know, the deviations going up and down, and we're right there at the center of that. And every time that we've come close in an uptrend, I wouldn't say every time, but more than not, every time we've had this momentum moving to the upside and we get past that little threshold in the middle, a lot of times we'll continue to the upside there, but
and hit the top of the channel, which would be at the next time we go up would be kind of estimated would be 50.
I'm gonna because if you brought this down, it would put it here at this order block,
which
these
is
order blocks are significant levels, man.
What is that level though? What is
65.
It? That's 65.
Yep, that's 65,000. 65,000.
Well, I tell you what, man.
But we have to make daily. We have to make a new high.
We're pumping right now. I mean, we're at 58.2 now because we went up. Now, something I will say, even though Bitcoin's going up, I've got my eye still on because, you know, Wes is really good with this Lux Algo and really good with the charting and shit, which is good because I'd rather watch. When I first got into charting, I wanted to do it all myself. As more time goes on, I like to watch other people chart. And it's not because I'm lazy. It's just because I like to see other people's shit. And then I can make my own assessments on their shit. I can take what they're saying. And I can also look and see for myself. And you learn different shit from different people. So don't just limit to yourself to one person. And don't limit yourself to yourself. Watch other people's TA. It actually, it makes you a better, makes you a smarter investor, in my opinion. Because you're learning the best of what other people have to offer. And it's really cool to watch. But one thing that I was going to say, while Wes is doing this on Lux Algo and showing you these things, and he's actually slowly changed my mind already, just seeing all this bullishness, I'm saying, okay, I might be on board with what you're saying now. Maybe we don't go back to that 48, 58K. Maybe the market makers are done down there, dude. And if that's the case, what Wes is saying, yeah, that's my next target. I agree with him on the next target, but the interesting thing to watch is the total global market cap, which you guys know I watch every day like a hawk. This thing is at 2.134. Okay. So we're $134 billion more into crypto than we were 3 days ago. So what does that mean? That means $134 billion just walked into the room and said, here's some money, and put it back into the crypto game. That's a big deal because that big of a move is 3 times what the moves we were having the last 6 months. We were getting $50 billion moves at a time. I was watching it. You would have $50 billion come in, and then the next day, $50 billion would get taken out, and then you'd see Wall Street stocks pump. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the next day, you'd see 50 billion. It was 50 billion was the magic number for the longest time. Then it went to 30 billion, right? Now you just went from 2 trillion to 2.134. So what that tells me is it's no longer that one guy bringing 30 billion in and then taking 30 billion out, or that one guy bringing in 50 billion and taking 50 billion out. Now, when I say that one guy, it's a psychological thing they used in Wall Street back in the day. They said, it's a book I read. I can't remember the name, but he said, always trade as if you're trading against one other person. In other words, don't pretend like there's so many millions of companies. Just pretend there's one rich person on the other side of the monitor and treat the market as that one person. And you say, what is this asshole going to do? What is his plan? And if you trade like that and you think about it like that, it helps you kind of calm all your strategies down.
Yeah.
So that's why I like Total Global, because to me, it's showing us that there's one whale in the last 3 days, 4 days that say, you know what? $134 billion. Boom. And that's 3 times the amount of money for the last year that's been moving in and out of crypto. So you have to take that into consideration. That's a massive amount of capital. Yeah. And hopefully we'll continue this.
I want to point this out, man. Something that I posted on X real quick is this right here. All right. So this is something that I saw. You know, I'll be laying in the bed looking at my phone, looking at Trading View or whatever, and I'll just like look for these patterns. You know what I mean? And the post is, so we had the 50 daily EMA trying to cross below the 200 EMA, and the last time that happened, what signaled the bottom, the local bottom, and then we started moving back up. Right? It's considered a death cross. You saw this post here. Oh, and a lot of times when that happens, man, that signals a local bottom. And then at the same time, the MACD was trying to flip bullish. The only time that this happened was exactly a year ago, and Bitcoin went on to rally over 190% over the next 6 months. And just to kind of give some visuals here, like this is where we are at. I think I posted this yesterday. This is the 50 trying to converge with the 200. And then you have your MACD trying to flip here as well. Where's the other image? All right, so we have that. That is our most recent one. And then this happened back in September, almost exactly a year ago, right? We had our bullish crossover here on the MACD, and then we had these lines converging, and we didn't go any lower. We started making higher highs, kind of what we're doing right now. You know what I mean? And then we continued to the upside and rallied over 190%, dude.
It's
190%.
coming. Basically, what Wes is trying to tell you right now, okay, the 50 and the 200, when they get that close, it's almost like the way I picture it is that's the best kind of cool off you can get, right? When you see that 50 coming down to that 200, and then it kind of, even when it crosses it for a minute, that's called the death cross.
Yeah.
But the death cross sounds scary because it comes from stock market. Right? Yeah. That's a stock market term that crypto people adopted. Let's keep it in perspective. The stock market invented that term, not crypto bros. Okay. Right. Death cross back in the day was meant to do exactly what it sounds like. Scare the shit out of you. Right.
Right.
Oh, it's over. But see, with crypto and social media, we're a lot smarter now. You can't just trick us. Right. The stock market world was able to trick people forever because you had to know, certain things. You didn't even know how to read black and white candle charts unless you were like a freaking genius back in the day, right?
Right.
Yeah, if you open the stock newspaper section, it was these little, I'm too old school for y'all. Y'all don't even know what a newspaper is. But if you open the newspaper and looked at the black and white candlesticks, I always looked at them like, what the fuck is all this? I was trying to be into it, and I was like, what is all this shit? Like, it was another language, right? Mm-hmm. But now with social media, with Crypto Remora, with everything you got, these kind of tricks don't work the same, right?
Yeah.
I see a death cross now and I go death cross. Oh, hell yeah, that's bullish. So if it does dip below that line, bro, everything's lining up. Like, this is such a good thing. So don't let that term scare you at all. Just because it's a death cross, it's actually bullish. It's not a bearish thing. In my opinion, I always treat it as bullish.
Yeah.
But yeah, good shit, Wes. That's good shit. Everything's looking good, man.
Let's I haven't brought up Lux Algo yet, so I want to see what the targets are for Lux Algo. And just so you know, the MACD confirmed, like it just crossed. We just crossed when we
MACD
closed.
just flipped bullish.
Yep. When we closed, at 8 o'clock, we flipped bullish. Yep, we flipped bullish. Hell yeah, dude.
Well, while you're pulling up, are you going to pull up Lux?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. You want to do Steer? We'll get back to it.
Let me pull one up real quick, and then we'll get into Lux, and then I will, after Lux, we'll look at some coins for you guys. Excuse me. Oh, we got our robot in the house. Shout out.
DMB was like, "There's your boy."
We got our bot, man. That's good because we got 40 people watching the stream. Shout out to
all you guys, man. Thank you for being here, man. If you got anything you want us to look at, drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. If you're having trouble with that, we're also streaming on YouTube as well. You can go in there and GMB will he'll show you how to do it.
So this is the total global market cap. I'm not going to get too radical with it. I'm just going to show you the basic overall. It's going to be kind of hard to see because that stupid block comes up. I love CoinGecko's charting because it's simple, but I hate that square shows up unless I need to know the date. I wish I could just point it out, but it just bear with me for a second. So you see this major line right here. There's a white. Look at the mouse pointer, y'all, not the block. Look at the mouse pointer. This line right here all the way across is at 2 trillion, right? This is 2 trillion. So what happened back here? We went sideways, 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 down around the 0 mark forever, right? And then bam, you came all the way up to this number right here, which is 2.5, right? And then you had the peak run, when we had the bull run, right? 2021, right? So you were at almost 3 trillion, 2.86. Let's just call it 3 trillion. So you were at 2.5, then you went to 3 trillion. Then look at this drop. You came back down, same area, 2.25, whatever, it's close. And then you dropped way down here. Look at this, bear market, under $1 trillion, right? Yeah. So you're around the 1 trillion. Then what did we just have? This year we just had, boom, we went from 1 trillion and we came all the way up here and we hit, oh shit, this damn thing. Sorry. 2.6, 2.7. Let's just call that 3 trillion. You touched 3 trillion again. And now look what we did. Boom, we're down at 2 trillion. So here's the thing. This was previous resistance right here. You kind of used it for support in the bull run a little bit, but then you fell right through because you weren't ready to hold it. Then you were solid at 1 trillion. So what happens next, you guys? What happens next is if you're at 0 and you go to 3 and then you drop down to 1 and then you go to 3 again and now you're at 2 already. What happens next? I'm going to tell you what happens next. What happens next, dear? If the worst thing were to happen and we dropped to $1 trillion and there was just death, fear, it's all over, it still ain't that bad because the next run is going to be the difference of this to this. So this run right here, I wish I could measure it on this chart, but this run from 268 million, billion, that's 268 billion. Up to 3 trillion, that's the kind of run that's going to happen next. So if you go sideways at 2 trillion for a little while, a couple more months, it doesn't even matter because the next run, I say we go up to 5. Yeah, and at $5.5 trillion market cap would literally double everything in the market. So that's my price target for total global market cap. And the fact that we're sitting above 2 trillion and using it as support and we're actually bouncing because right now, technically it is at, let me hit the back button. It is at total globals at 2 trillion, 133 billion. Like I said, there's $133 billion that just walked in the room. That's what I was talking about. So we're well above 2 trillion. We're holding above it. It looks good. The money's staying in the crypto space. So let's just see what happens with that. But yes, it does look good. And you've flipped my short-term bearishness into slightly more bullishness.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
There's our boy.
All right. So
all right, I'm gonna let you pull up Lux Algo.
So I do all right, before I pull up Lux Algo, I want to point this out. This is something I want to show you. Let's get back to it so I can share. All right, so this is on the logarithmic scale, and I just saw this, man. These are these little patterns, these repeating patterns, and as you can see, man, when you take that trend line from the bottom, and you can see this was COVID, so we like absolutely fell through that. We got wrecked then, but you can see, man, like we stay on this trend line and usually stay above it. You know what I mean? We usually stay above it, except for this right here, except for that exception. And then like finally we will break away to it, and then we'll get our all-time high. And I think that right now, I want to say, dude, it's hard to try to figure out exactly where we are in the cycle. So I go back and forth with myself trying to figure it out with these different patterns and trying to compare it, to the last cycle. But I just found this interesting, man, because I mean, I just feel like, dude, we still have so much time left, man. So much time. And every time I like measure out dates and stuff, it always puts us between, what is it, June and like October for the top. And that's still a lot of time, dude. That's still a lot of time. That's like a year.
Yeah.
It's like a year, man. And yeah, and I just found that interesting, man. I found that interesting.
What I see when I see that chart is I see what Chico said earlier today, which is Chico's calling for one more final shakeout before the real bull run, before the next major leg. That COVID drop before, which by the way is when your boy first got into crypto. I was in it a little bit before that first drop. That first drop could happen again on this next thing, but you don't want to predict the black swan, right? You don't want to try to do that shit. I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying, even if it did happen, it's such a blip on the major screen or on the major timeline of things that it wouldn't even freaking matter. Like that COVID was literally just a wick. If you look on that chart you just had up west, it's just one little wick, like boom. So yeah, I see what you're saying. It could drag on, but that's why I was saying, damn, it might cook a little slower than we want it to. But at the end of the day, the fact that Bitcoin's not trading at 72 and going sideways at 72 right now is still bullish, man. Let it cook down here. Let it simmer. Let it slow simmer.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Everything is actually really healthy. Yeah, the way it's moving, it's very, very healthy. Hopefully we don't have a black swan. We don't have that stupid drop. Even if we do, though, that would justify that stupid $38,000 level one last time. The market makers would get to close their little gaps or whatever that's down there. I'm sure they have one or two down there still. And that stupid level of 38,700 is GBTC's main level. That would finally wipe out all those people down there. They'd be happy. So even if you had another COVID, I don't want to say that necessarily will happen or whatever, but even if you did, it would be such a small blip on the major timeline that shit wouldn't even matter.
Yeah. I've been seeing this chart a few times, and I just wanted to get your opinion on it, man. This is Bitcoin inverted, right? And technically, I mean, that's if you're just looking at the general direction, you know what I mean? That's a bear flag, which would continue to the downside, right?
Oh, this is literally the opposite of what it's doing.
This is Bitcoin inverted. Yeah. So the scale tipped upside down.
Yeah. I like that. That's kind of cool that you found a thing to do that. I've always wanted to use that tool.
Yeah. I just learned how to do it like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. But I mean, you would think,
yeah, you would say that
to the downside.
You would.
Right?
You say, oh, you're going to hit that. Well, I would say you're going to come up, hit that yellow line one more time, that trend line. I'd say your next candle would be to the upside and hit that on the second yellow line. And you'd hit your head on it and then continue to the downside.
Right.
Yeah, I would say you go up first.
On where? Right here?
Zoom in. Yeah, right there. Zoom in. You see where that red candle is?
Which one?
But look, there's room. The very last red candle.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, there's a little bit of room to go up and hit that.
There.
You see what I'm saying, though? There's room to hit that yellow line one more time and then continue down. So I think that's kind of what I was saying about that 58K level. I was just saying there's a little bitty chance that they could still keep us in that range for another minute. And, you know, I don't want to be that guy. You guys help me. Help me, please stop being that guy, because I don't like this fucking range. I'm ready to move too. Like, I'm ready to get out of it too. I'm not trying to be that bear. I'm not, that's not who I am. I'm a perma bull.
Yeah.
But I just know how these market makers are, bro. They want you to fucking sell all your shit to them.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to sentiment to, they don't want you happy.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really want you happy. That's not the name of the game. They want your money. So that's why I'm being extra careful. But you see what I'm saying, Wes? What if it did? So if you inverse the inverse back to reality, that would mean we would be going down for a second, but not very far, and then we would have a breakout.
Yeah, I'm sticking, and this is a monthly chart too.
So each candle's a month.
Is a month, 1 month.
Yeah.
Right. So that's you know, high time frame. But I mean,
that puts
even
us in October, though. Hold up. That puts us right into what I've been saying too the whole time, bro. What have I been saying? I said not till October.
I'm gonna go with anywhere between June.
I know you said we're closing bullish on September. I say we don't really get it till October.
Oh, you're talking about this year?
Yeah, for this year.
Okay.
I still think, but you could be. The markets are turning in your favor right now. Right now, you're winning.
I'm telling you, dude.
You're winning right now. So
I just, yeah, man. I just
and let it roll. I don't care because my bag's already packed. You know what I'm saying? If it goes to the upside, I'm happy. So let it roll. I mean, I can't really lose in this situation. I'm just trying to be the other side to the argument of the short term. And I think it's important to do that. That's why me and Wes always argue back and forth on each side, because to be a good investor in crypto, you need to have a plan for either way. Like, okay, if it does this shit, then I'm going to sell this a little bit and I'm going to hold. Or if it goes up, I'm going to sell this coin. I'm going to buy this coin. You always got to think, if this happens, then I will do this. I got that from Crypto Jeb. Crypto Jeb teaches that. That's one of the best ways to do TA. If this happens, then I will do this. If this happens, then I will do that. That's a great way to look at the market. So Wes does that too. He has a plan either way. Like, what's going to happen if it goes down? We go back into 48 to 58K. He's just going to buy more coins, become a bigger whale than he already is. And then he can loan me some of that money he's got.
Yeah. So, what is Lux Algo saying?
We're under a sell signal still, but that's the one you don't really.
Yeah,
you don't count that as much.
I had to adjust it real quick. So yeah, our sell signal, man, on the daily for Lux Algo is still under this one here, and our targets. The first one, you can't really see them. I have them like that for a reason, just because there's too much shit going on.
Yeah.
And then as a matter of fact, find this one. I don't like that. Yeah, so we have our target at 53, 54.
Right? All right, so Lux is saying
where we already hit. We've already wiped that.
We already hit. Out. So that's invalidated, or is it saying that it's not known more?
The only way it would be invalidated, and I'm gonna go ahead and just predict that I do think we continue above 58. Is when one of these things flip, right? So we have our catcher, this red line here. If that turns green, or we get any kind of buy signal and there's a lot of confluence on the oscillator bar, that's when I'm like, all right, man, no trade zone until we get some confirmation. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that'll really kind of cancel this one out.
What about on the bottom of the RSI? Is that a buy signal or is that the MACD on the bottom?
This is the MACD. Yeah, the MACD. This is one that I found that I really, really like. It's a MACD fake filter, and it gives you different signals, and it tells you how strong those signals are. And yeah, so we just got a buy. We had the MACD flip green on the what is it? I always forget, histogram or whatever the fuck it is.
You've had major pumps every time you see that. Now in this, on that, go back to the last two buy signals, you had a massive freaking pump after that.
Yeah.
So that right there, based on that signal, Holy shit, it goes all the way back there too. Look at that. Every time you flip one of those, what's it called? The MACD fake? What's it?
Yeah. Yeah, MACD fake filter, yeah.
I like that, dude. That's
I do
cool.
too, man.
That's cool as shit. So look, you guys, what Wes is showing you here is that every time you can look at this MACD fake filter, every time it popped up a green buy signal, you had a nice pump. Now in on my side of the coin, on the bear side, on that major one, you did come back down majorly, right? That was a market maker move where you had the fake filter hit, you had a massive run up, and then the market maker said psych, and they dropped it down lower than where you were before it, but then it kept going up again. So this is interesting. We just got a green thing. That little MACD fake filter may have just permanently said, Wes, okay, I see what you're saying now. So they'll pump us. So this is what I'm going to guess now. And I'm going to lock it in right here. I ain't going to change no more.
Okay.
I'm going to flip to your side. I'm going to say we go up in the short term, but then I say we go back down into my range one more time.
Oh, we're definitely going to do a retest.
We're going back down. No, I'm saying we're going to break through it. I'm saying the market makers are going to psych us out and break through 58K, slice through it one more time, drop us in that range for a short minute, and then we'll never see it again for a while. But I think we got a major move that might be coming in. You got total global coming up. You got bullishness on the charts. You got the MACD fake filter, which is awesome. I like that thing.
Yeah.
The last 4 times it hit, you had bull runs. So I'm flipping, dude. I'm saying short term we go up. But I will still say that I think if we don't bounce hard at 58K, if it's not a hard enough floor for us, I say we go back down in the range one more time, and it wouldn't be a bad thing. But
yeah, I like the fact that we closed above 58,000.
Yeah, that is good. That is
even if
good.
we come back and retest that range, I'm still feeling good about it. And this structure right here, like if you look at this entire structure here and then you compare these right here and this one right here, this just looks completely different. There's that massive wick
manipulated.
Down.
That's manipulated completely.
Yeah, there's that massive wick down, and it doesn't look as clean. Like this general direction here is clean.
Yeah.
This direction here is clean. This one is like boop, boop, boop. Like it's just all over the fucking
And
place.
Wes, that's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is I say we go up one more time, and we have another thing like that. I think the market makers pull that shit one more time. And when they do, though, it's going to be so tight, so short-lived that you see we're already above 58K. Like they weren't able to hold us at the bottom of that range. I think they wanted to keep it at 48K. I think their plan was to skim the bottom of 48K for a while, and they couldn't do the shit because there's just too much people buying. So what I think happened was they had that fake out slice down. You had a wick. The wick means it went all the way down, then it shot back up. Price didn't even close there. That's what a candle wick is. And then it moved to the upside, came down. So what I'm thinking is we do this, we repeat what just happened, and it'll be short-lived, but I think the market makers will psych people out one last time to try to get their boys in Bitcoin. They're going to be like, all right, hey, Fred, I got you. We're going to get you in at $50,000 Bitcoin. They're going to do that for their boys one more time, and they'll call them up, and let them know before they do it. And that's just I think that's what's going to happen. I think you'll see one more spiky move like that. But is that enough to make you want to sell your crypto right now and buy back in lower? Hell no. That's not a, you don't do that right now. Like you don't play right now. You hold what you got. Just hold what you got, buy some more. But as far as trading goes, I think you're about to see some serious volatility. And I think it will be to the upside first. But then I do see them doing one more little spiky down. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But after that, bro, this range is dead. Range is done. I'm happy with it.
Yeah. So something I'm looking at right here. Let's see. What was I just looking at? This structure here looks just like what this is doing here.
And what came after that was the up and then the down.
The upside.
That's what I'm saying.
And then a
up
fake,
and then a down.
I don't think we get a new lower low though. I don't think.
No. We don't go lower low. We don't go lower low. Okay. What we do is we do a triple bottom at best. That's what I'm saying. When I say
you're thinking we do boom, 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 And
yeah.
then,
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. But my downside won't even be a candle body close. In other words, what I'm saying is it'll be a long ass wick like that one was. The first one that I think you get another long capitulation wick to fake the bears out, a bear trap basically. And but you know, I don't know. I just
okay.
I feel like that's what the market makers, they're not satisfied yet. I think they're trying to trick new money in right now. Oh, you know, get hyper. They're going to do this as many times. They'll do this shit all day, dude. Like market makers make money off of people trading. So
Yeah.
it's not like they have a time limit to doing this shit. They're here for the long run, bro. This is what they're into it for. So when you look at it that way, you have to go, will they do this again? Yeah, they will. It's just, do you know if they're definitely going to or not? You don't know. But like I said, for me, this is not a sell zone. This is a buy zone, not a sell zone. So even if they do that shit and it goes down again, it's going to be even shorter lived than it was. Like we've been here for a week, 48, 58K. We've been here around a week ish. And I'm pretty much already saying, okay, market makers have not made too many trades down at 48K. So there's room for them to make a couple of trades down there. But the demand will be so high when they move it down to that price range, right? The demand will be instantaneously. People will jump on that shit and it'll be over with. So even if you do get a wick to 48K, BlackRock and all of them are going to scoop that shit up, bro. It ain't going to stay there for it. Like it's going to be so fast. And I think that's what you're going to see. I think you'll see one more wick, but in the short term, yeah, I do think we need another candle to rip to the upside. I mean, I'm looking more at that 60,000, 59, 60,000, maybe 62-ish. It's hard to see, but maybe that 62, maybe we break from 58, go up top 62, and then come down, and then do that market maker one more wipeout. So we have a move to 62, from 58 to 62, hit our head at 62, boop, and then come back down, do a fake wick to the downside, then roll up. I think that's my call for right now.
Okay. All right. On the 4 hour, let's I'm going to try to move this along really quick. So on the 4 hour, right? We just printed a buy signal on the 4 hour. The trend catcher just flipped green. MACD is bullish. Money flows in the green. We've already had a nice little cool off. You can see this momentum wave up here is in bullish territory. And then we got a nice little green dot there as well, which means momentum's pretty solid. Confluence bar, solid green. So on the 4 hour, man, it's looking really, really, really good. Really good on the 4 hour. And that's a good thing because that kind of, if you go to the next level, which is the daily, we're seeing that that everything is looking good on the daily, good under the 4 hour. And we can see that the next thing that will happen is the daily will start flipping bullish as well with the green catcher, the green candles. So yeah, 58,000, stay above 58,000. The 4 hour looks good. Momentum looks good. Everything looks good, man. Everything looks good. Drop it down to the 4 hour or the 1 hour. Let's see what the 1 hour is saying. 16. Oh. Son of a bitch. It's only one step down. Probably could have done without it. All right, so yeah, on the 1 hour, same thing. The smart trail is in the blue, so that's showing a solid support at 56, and then the top of that cloud is going to be 58,000 as well. So that looks good. Catcher's green. Money flow still in the red, man, but momentum is to the upside, and yeah, momentum's kind of neutral, man. It just flipped into that gray, so it's showing neutral. I want to see that money flow flip into the green as well, and then, man, I think we're looking solid.
Yeah, total global market cap's kind of parked.
Yeah,
so it's not. I don't think you see a huge influx because we had a massive influx of money just move in. So I think what you're seeing on that chart is directly related to the total global market cap, which is the total amount of money that just came in. It like all just rushed in, and now it's like, okay, I'm here, right? So you got it's like stalled, like we're kind of sideways a little bit, but that's not to say that a move is not coming. Do you have Bollinger Bands on there? Can you pull up Bollinger Bands real quick, see what they're doing?
Yeah, I can.
I'd like to see it if we're tightened up at all.
Let's switch it back to the daily just to make it easier. Looks a little bit better.
Again, you guys, if you're wondering why I want to look at that, Bollinger Bands does not predict the direction of the move. Bollinger Bands only predicts what if a major move is coming or not, and that's kind of what I want to know right now. So I'm asking Wes to pull up Bollinger Bands for that reason.
Yeah,
so different shit to look at for different shit that you want to see. And okay, so
it's sitting neutral, man.
I'm not happy.
We're actually at the bottom of that.
We are
we're actually at the bottom of that. But if you notice, man, we're hitting our head on the top or in the middle of that Bollinger Band.
Yeah. So this tells me absolutely freaking nothing. So that's worthless.
Yeah.
That did not help. But what I want to see while you have that pulled up, Wes, scroll back and show the people watching where it does tighten up really tight, and you could see it kind of tighten up.
Yeah, you can look right here.
Right there. When it gets
see that
pinned,
get tight,
you know that's when a move's about to come. So I was looking to see if the Bollinger Bands were pinching, and they're not pinching right now, which tells me sideways. It doesn't really tell me much.
Well, and you see them curving in together. You know what I
could
mean?
Go above the heart line though.
Look at these ends. That one's
they are starting to curve a little.
They're inverted, dude. So this one's curving in. That one's curving in. I mean, I think we look good, Siri. I think we look good, bro.
Is that a real pinch though? Is that a true pinch?
I mean, it's heading in the right direction here. I mean, look, this is when we started pinching here. They were inverted, and then we hit that. We're like, the center of that heart line,
and then we sprung up. So if you go to where we are now, okay, we're starting to curve over. The Bollinger Bands are starting to curve, right? We're at the heart line. So what we really need to see is that bounce like we had on that last one. We need to ride the heart line for a minute, and then we need the bands to come in a little tighter and then have that move. So maybe, dude, what we're seeing in the bands right there could be they're tightening up, like because Wes just showed that. My eyes didn't even see it. I got to wear my glasses. So those bands are starting to do this here. We're at the heart line. So that's two good things, actually. So where is let me ask you, where's the top of that red line in the Bollinger Bands? Like where
that's gonna be
63,000.
The end of it's gonna be 63,000. The top of it where it bent is 65.
Okay, so last time when we did that, we went above that Bollinger Band, so that would put us still not above our 72 yet. But
I want to show you something though. Like, look where the MACD was. The MACD was sitting neutral. Here we're under that neutral zone.
Yeah, we're ready.
That green candle.
Yeah, we're ready for a freaking.
We're ready for something, dude. Money flow's still in the red, and we're sitting at support here. We're sitting at support here. We've just flipped that little, resistance into support. This level's not as significant as this one, but it's still a level. You know what I mean?
Sentiment is up, by the way, because we've doubled our viewer. We've doubled our viewers since last week, and the content hasn't changed all that much. That means more heads are coming in to watch crypto right now. Which is a good thing. Another thing, dude, that's that the two bullish divergences back to back on the oscillator matrix for Lux Algo. Had one right here, and then we had that move. Now we're getting one right here, and we're starting to push to the upside. I like it, man. I like it too. I like it. All roads point to a good shit, because the worst thing that could have happened was I said 48 to 58K. We're like, they're done with this range, bro. It's in my opinion. I mean, shit, they couldn't even hold it at the bottom. I was hoping they would. I was hoping they'd hold us at 48, 49, 51, 52, right? They didn't do it. We didn't even see it. It didn't even show up. So that's bullish as hell. That's what really made me change my mind. I said, okay, well, they didn't even stay in that range, but for a couple days. And look at this shit. We're already out of that range. So I like it. I think, to be conservative, I still say September, or I still say we got to get through October, because at the most bullish case, we go up to 64. 64 is not the level we need to beat. 72 is still that number we got to get above, because that's the regional, not just local. That's like the regional all-time high, right? That's the bad MFer that we need. That's the Samuel Jackson level we need to get past. You know what I'm saying? We got to get past 72K. And we also got to get above 2.5 total global market cap. And that's going to take not much, dude. We basically need to do what we just did 1.5 more times. And then we're back at a healthy market. We're back to bull market engaged. So I think that lines up with October still. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get it a little sooner because, you know, I could use a little pump. I'd like to see some of my alts go up a little bit. The alts are not going to move majorly until we get above 72K, in my opinion. You have a couple of them doing small shit, but yeah, we definitely need to. But let's say 62 to 64 as our next price target. Are you good with that? I say that's the upside, 62 to 64-ish.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. Okay. So this last one, 62 to 64. I like that, Siri, because I do. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it, man. I do think we're gonna continue up, man. We're gonna continue up. We hit that support, and dude, look at the RSI. The RSI is sitting at freaking.
Oh, it's chilling, bro. RSI is chilling.
It's still under 50.
Yeah, RSI has got a room to run to the upside. Everything looks good. The heart line for the freaking Bollinger Bands looks good. And you guys, this is really good quality TA because we're using all kinds of different shit. We're using sentiment. We're using different opinions. We're doing a lot of things in one, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to just look at one indicator and go, oh, well, that's what it's doing. That shit does not work. You have to use every angle, and you got to use a lot of tools together, and you got to argue with one another and hear what the other people are saying, right? And really work it out to try to guess your best guess. My best guess would be 62 to 64, but I still would just be a little cautious, only saying that I know the market makers are greedy, and I know they want their boys. I think there's a couple more sales down around 48 to 55 or 56K. I just feel like that range was not touched enough, and I think they exhausted 55 to 58 has been exhausted. So that range is done. So I will X that range out. So in other words, 62 to 64 is my upside. If we move to the downside after that, I would say we go down below 55 again. We cut into that 48 to 55 range just for a second, really short-lived, enough for Finkster and his boys to buy some shit. and then we don't hit our head on 58 on the way up. We blow through 58 again because people that already bought at 58 are not going to sell at 58. They're going to wait till it goes up, right? So that's going to secure that level. We're going to slice through that like butter. But everything right now, I'm more leaning towards the upside. If I were opening a trade right now, it would be a long, not a short. It would be a long up to 62 or 64K.
I'm with you on that.
At that point, I would want to flip and see what the hell's going on. I would want to check total global market cap. I would want to call Wes and ask him what Lux Algo is doing. And after all those decisions, then I would say, okay, maybe I'll short down to wherever I'm going to short. But I'm not going to give that target. I'm going to say 62 to 64 right now.
Yeah. All eyes for me. And then we can move on. For me, I'm with you on the 62. I think we're at a significant level right here, but looking at the RSI and everything else, the MACD, the momentum, the bullish divergence, and then we have our bullishness on Lux Algo, the oscillator matrix. Everything's looking good on the shorter time frames, and the fact that we are above 58,000, that we closed above it, I do think that we continue to stay above it. We could have a little wick down. This is the daily, so tomorrow, we could bounce. We can come all the way back down to 56. But as long as we close in the upwards direction and we keep that momentum, I'm with Sierra. I say a quick stop to 62, and then we're gonna go to 65, and then we can readjust because that's a major level there, man. 65 is a major level. If you're zooming out, you got a major level here, which is up here, which is the you can't really disregard this level here. That's 68. Before we go to 72. So any of these order blocks, I'm with Sierra on that, man. 72 or 62 real quick, 65, and then we'll look at some higher targets after that happens.
Well, and that could be a combination of, like I was saying, they'll go up to 62, 64, then drop down below to 48. If you take the average of that, right, that could be that next move where they say, oh, get everyone bullish tonight, and then tomorrow say psych, and then they drop you down to 56 one more time. That's what I'm saying. You're playing chess against the most brilliant minds and the most brilliant computers in the fucking world, right? Don't kid yourself. BlackRock and Fidelity are not two guys looking at a computer screen, y'all. They have computer trained algorithms that are telling them shit. You think we got something with TradingView? Imagine what they have, bro. You have no clue what the kind of shit they're using. In the stock market in the 80s, they had TA like this on computer screens, and they were only for the people on Wall Street. So if they're letting us play with TradingView, just imagine what kind of shit they're using. Just imagine what they got up their sleeve. So that's why you have to get a little intricate. But if you want to just zoom out, none of this shit even matters. Like, zoom out to the end of the year into next year, and we're sitting at a freaking golden opportunity. If you're just coming into crypto, even if you drop to 48K, 38K, that's the best opportunity of your lifetime. So don't sleep on it. Like, don't try to make a trade and oh, I got to trade. You don't have to do that shit. You can be buying, low caps or Bitcoin, Ethereum right now, and you're still going to make out like a bandit. You're still going to kill it.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's at $58,000, bro. And when I tell people now, I talk to people on a regular basis, and I tell them, I said, 50, you think that's something? I said, Bitcoin's going past $100,000 very soon. They look at me like I'm freaking crazy. I'm like, what is that so hard for you to wrap your brain around? It's going to happen. So if you got into just Bitcoin and no low coins, you're going to double your money once it hits $100,000 right now. So think of it that way. Don't worry about the short term as much.
Yeah, this is so I'm flipping to Ethereum. There's a lot of fear in the markets when it's coming to Ethereum for a number of reasons. We're not really going to get into it unless you want to, Siri. Again, everything kind of piggybacks off of Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin's bullish, everything else tends to be bullish. But Ethereum has a double bottom on the wicks down at this significant order block here that kind of held up as support back here, resistance, flip to support, and then that big move up. Let's see, where's that next close at on this? Yeah, I want to see Ethereum. What do you think? Right here, 64 on a short. Not on a short. Boom. All right. Yeah, that's where I'm looking at, man. This is my next level for Ethereum. I think I want to see it push past 2,500, 24,500.
You already ate above that last candle. Like, you already closed above that previous candle from back there. The green God candle to your left. That one right there. You see, you already are higher than that, right? I can't see because my glass is too small. Like, where you're sitting right now is
talking about this one here.
That red candle, yeah. We're above that, right? We're above that red candle.
Hold on.
See what I'm saying? Like, we didn't eat that candle yet, but we're above it right now. So, in other words,
I like to do this, man, just because if we're doing it from the close, it just gives me a general idea of what we're doing. So this is our swing high. This is our swing low. We came up, retraced, broke below the swing low, made a new swing low, and now we need to get back above this area. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that red candle, the bottom of that red candle is where you closed.
We're right at it.
We're at it. So we're not above it yet.
Yeah. So I want to see it get above it, and I was just going to this candle here because that's when we had that big wick. So I was going to that little close and open area here. We got to get above that level. We'll say 24.5. I want to see it get above that, man. If we can get above that and retest it in a healthy way, then 27 for ETH. Damn, dude. But
it's so close you can feel it in the air, bro. It's like the Phil Collins song. You can feel it coming in the air tonight. You can feel this market and not just the sentiment shift of where everyone's in a good mood because you had one green day, right? Everyone's like, oh, good morning, GM. Like everyone's all in a good mood and shit. Then the next day, viewership drops down to like, 10 posts and nobody's saying GM and shit. But I think what it is right now, you just kind of this little bit of sideways, but it's a strong sideways. It's not just like this weak ass crab market. We've been doing this shit 6 months, bro. We've been doing this downward channel for 6 months. These market makers are running out of room to trade. You're hitting the bottom. You've cooled off. You hit previous support or resistance, turning it into support as we speak. A major bounce off of it just happened. So you invalidated that line right there. Ethereum's basically saying, no, this is my new floor. Like this is the new floor. We just bounced off it. We're technically above it now. At that last buy order down there, we're above that shit. That is the new floor for Ethereum, I believe, for this cycle. And so, in other words, this is pretty much the lowest you're going to be able to buy crypto at for this cycle. So if you're just coming in, you're a lucky son of a bitch. Like if you're just walking into Crypto Remora, you're just coming into crypto, you're very lucky because you didn't just have to go through the last 6 months of bullshit like we did. We just, hell, Wes, we've been going through what? Last 3 years of bullshit because we missed the top last time, but we learned from it. We went through our first bear market, and but bags are packed for us. So we're in a good way that way. But if you're new and you're just coming in, two things. Number one, if you want to be risky, but buy meme coins that are already solid. Don't get too greedy. Buy meme coins that will be around for a little while. Don't just buy brand new shit. And buy a couple of brand new shits that are really low. But buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, and hold till the cycle top. And those are your two safest bets. Diversify a little bit.
I'm gonna for Ethereum, my call is we need to break out above that previous swing low here. It's I mean, dude, look, we it was resistance back here as well. We hit it 3 times before breaking through it and then came back to it, retested it. So I like that level. If we can get above that, and I would say our next target is going to be where this order block is, the previous swing high, about 2,800. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's look at Solana real quick.
Oh, Solana conference is next week too, y'all. So like Kook was saying, they're probably going to falsely pump the price a little bit before.
Probably.
But I hate these damn things. When I hear about these conferences, bro, I'm like, oh shit. Like they're bearish for me because I'm like, all these assholes want you to pay for their trip to these conferences, so they pump the shit, then they dump on you, and they're over there partying, drinking in Miami and shit on you. I don't like the conferences for that reason because I always feel like every time there's a conference, the market gets wrecked, right? So I don't like. I mean, it's good for sentiment, it's good for advertising and all this shit. But let's be honest, if you're coming into crypto, you're generally one of two things: you want money or you want money. And so, if you're coming into crypto, you should be aware of that. That a lot of people that have been in the space longer than you will dump on your head. Yeah, and I'm not going to say that I'm not going to dump my coins. I'm not going to dump them on my followers. I'm actually, me and Wes are actually going to tell y'all when we're selling our shit. And I don't care because we started this channel for free. And if we get monetized with the channel, that'll be a blessing. But if we don't, hey, I'm good with that too. We're still doing what we do. So we're not dependent on shilling tokens like a lot of these assholes out here are. We don't do that.
Right. That's right. I wish I would have known about this, dude. Solana back around $110. I definitely missed out on that wick right there. But
that being said, I did tell you when Solana hit $8. I said,
I was buying it $8, dude.
Okay, good.
I was buying it $8. I got a lot of Solana, man. I got a lot of Solana, dude.
Good, you're holding. That's a bag.
This right here, this looks like, we had a little double top here. And that was that big wick down.
Correction. So what do you have in a quadruple bottom? What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times you've hit this as support. Holy shit. So what is that? That's a floor. You're not going lower than that order block, right? What is that? $122? What is that?
That the center of it's 125, bottom of it's 120.
And where are we at right now? 136 or something?
130, 135.
So this is
our next target.
This is the Ethereum of this cycle, I think. I think
I
Solana
agree.
gets its run. And I do think if you're new and you want to get a little more aggressive, but you don't want to go full on shitcoin, Solana is a good way to go. But just be prepared. Be prepared because there's a lot of scammers on Solana. As much as I like Solana and how easy it is to use, there is a ton of scam shit, and you'll get wrecked on there playing around. So be very careful. The easiest way to do that trade, in my opinion, is to stack up on Solana itself, right? And get a couple of coins that you like Cook. I would say Cook I would like because Shred likes it. Wes likes it. I hold a little bit of it. When, which is a good meme coin.
When.
My little when. And those are the ones I would stack up as far as like your meme coins. Maybe there's a couple out there I'm missing. But I would just hold Solana, and then on the cycle run, dude, I think they were calling for a couple price targets I heard were like $600, $800. I think you could see Solana run up to about between $600 and $800 on this bull cycle.
Yeah, so, I like that. Because the previous high was
250.
Okay.
250 was the average.
Yeah.
I remember that shit too, man. Those were our golden days when we first started trading farms. And
I'm looking for a $1,200 Solana, man. I'm just gonna go.
I think you could get that on the peak candle wiki type thing, like when Bitcoin hit 69,000, whatever, blah blah blah. We were poking above that just because the candle closed at 69K. We were above it for a while. You remember it was like 71, 72. Oh shit, on certain exchanges. And so absolutely Solana could go to 1,200. Anywhere between $800 and $1,200 Solana. However, I would be ready to get the fuck out. Like I would be like, all right, I'm selling at least half of my position at those prices. Just because I would look. Another thing, Wes, we need to make sure we check that pie market top indicator because that son of a bitch hits every time.
Yeah,
we have got to tune in on that, and we should be watching that like a hawk.
Oh, dude,
every day.
I
every
have
show we should
locked
pull
in,
that up.
dude.
Yeah, we need to pull that up.
Yeah, I got it locked in. I think I have it.
Can you pull that up?
The one I think this is the one. It's not the pie cycle top, but it was the. I got to set it up how we liked it, but it was the. I'm pretty sure it was this, dude.
Oh, that might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you like the one where it like curves over, almost like a rainbow kind of thing, right?
Well, I like the website one that Lark and Chico always use. I forget how to get to it, but there's literally just one chart, pie cycle top indicator, and it's just a web. I think they have a website. That's just.
I think it's really expensive.
But I think what you have right here is.
Remember how we had it set up?
Yeah, we had the green mountaintops as the peaks.
And then we stretched it across.
Yeah,
and we saw that like we're nowhere near that level here.
Yeah, so we need to watch this. I think every week we should tap into this chart. You should name this something and save it just so we can keep an eye on it every day, watch it. And then that way we can tell our people, look, when we start getting into the green, this is the hot zone. This is where you want to start thinking about taking profits, which means don't wait for Bitcoin price to fall a little bit to buy in. Buy in now, in my opinion. Even if you crash to 48K, it don't matter. It's not going to mean shit. The difference between 48 and 58K is not a big difference in the grand scheme. And yeah, dude, this is still a buying zone. Bottom of the new bull run right now. Yeah, we got plenty of room to run on that green mountaintop.
Let me see this real quick. Hold on, let's see. Oh yeah, look, you see where that's at? Now I think I know where he got that target from. Now he got it from the Fibonacci extension. Because look, that's like right around where he had it, and then 120. Remember?
I don't know. Loki is in the camp of. What do you think, buddy? You think we're going to
Oh, let me get off here. What else? We got any requests? Any requests? Anything you guys want to look at? Jasmine, and I know I saw a few other ones. ENS working with PayPal too. Yeah, I saw that as well. GMB.
Loki, you got to turn around and look at the people. They got to see your face. They can't see you like that, buddy. That's the Lokester, Wes.
Oh,
He's just chilling.
hey, there he is.
That's the Lokester.
Is that a different guitar behind you, dude?
The red one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one she just bought.
That's the one you showed me the other day?
Yeah, that was the one that I was streaming on last time. It was in the background.
All right, let me ask you something, man. And then we'll
Get
move
off
on and
my
look
mic.
at the other ones.
Get off my mic. You know I don't like anybody touching my mic.
How do you feel about...
All right, get down, buddy. I love you. But you got to get down. And then he comes right back over and wants to be picked up.
What in the hell is going on here?
Good boy. Good boy.
The hell is this?
XMR is Monero. I swear that's Monero GMB, isn't it?
Do you like Sui, man? Do you like Sui as a token?
I think Sui is. Everyone's trying to hype Sui as the new Solana.
They are, man. They are.
I don't. Sui and Aptos piss me off with the airdrops, dude.
Looks like we're getting a double top right here.
I'm pissed about Sui's airdrop, bro. I'm hating on him, dude. So no,
yeah, I know.
I think the price act. I think this is what happens. I think you have a lot of money, and Say Chain is the earlier one. If you're gonna go into Sui, you might as well go into Say. I mean, you're rolling the dice on either one. And be careful with Say Chain, because as much as I had in it, I've transferred my Say out because there was no liquidity on the freaking major platform. So be very careful with Say at this point. Until I can make a trade with my shit coins on Say Chain, I'm not going to talk good about it because it pissed me off. I don't want to be locked in on their biggest platform and I can't trade out of my coins. You telling me there's no liquidity for the pair? Oh, hell no. Yeah, XMR is Monero, which is the biggest privacy coin that exists.
Yeah, this is
in crypto.
All right. I just want to point this out, and this is what we want to see on everything. This is what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. So we have our, like, it's, you can't deny it. This is a downtrend here, right? Mm-hmm. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then we break above this lower low and put in a new lower low here. And then we break above this higher high, put in the new high here. That is, by definition, a reversal.
Yeah, that's a reversal.
That is 100% a reversal. I would
textbook
that, dude.
Textbook reversal on Sui. So that is good to see. But screw them, because I sat there and made my own freaking NFTs and shit, made some cool ones. And y'all didn't even give me my airdrop, and then you didn't even let me keep my fucking NFTs I made. So I'm pissed off at y'all over at Sui. I think y'all did your early users wrong. And I had other people using the testnet. I had like 4 other people I brought into Sui.
Yeah, so I went on Sui.
Pissed me off, dude. I had my little brother doing shit on there on the test network. Like, if I had normies using your test network and you didn't even let them keep the NFTs, shame on you. That's some bullshit.
The price action, though, man. Look at that.
I like it too. I want my NFTs back, though, or my airdrop. I'm acting like a whiny little bitch about it. Pissed off, bitter about that shit. I had some cool ones, man. And I was entering their little betting things too. You remember that shit? You had to bet on if it's gonna rain on this day or not.
I remember.
Put a lot of time into that.
Bro, I was invested in Blast. Like, I was overly invested in Blast with the airdrop farming, and I just knew I was gonna get like a $1,500 airdrop, $2,000 airdrop. Man,
what'd you end up getting on it? When I was like,
it was like $140, which that's cool.
That ain't bad.
But it's worth like $30 now. That was when I should have sold. I should have sold.
I'm gonna tell you this: I like Sanko, I like DMT.
Yeah, dude.
And I farmed the shit out of. Well, I felt like I farmed the shit out of that second or third season, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is the season. This is the one. This is the one." And I got like $175 or $200 back. I'm like, bro, I know I spent fucking almost every bit of that shit trying to keep the streams open, like tipping myself to give a free stream out, and they say, "Oh, you get all that back." Well, I was expecting to get all that back and then some. I don't know. I felt like I got a little bit more than what I put in, not much. So I kind of sat out on season 4. I might jump back in for season 5. I still am bullish as hell on the project. I felt like they didn't give enough on the airdrop either.
Wait, it's XMR, right?
XMR is Monero.
Okay.
Yep.
XMR. Where do we at? Where do we want? We'll go with
XMR USDT, maybe. Oh shit.
Just trying to look for one that I trust. This is Kraken.
XMR Monero US dollar. Try that one. That might be okay.
This would be Kraken.
I thought Kraken got hit with all kind of shit. I wonder if they're even allowed.
Goodness, dude. Holy shit.
Got a rising wedgie though. I don't like that. Or is that
But you know, if Bitcoin continues to the upside,
but you are pressing it. That is actually that's not a rising wedge. That's more of a symmetrical
triangle.
Symmetrical triangles, which could be a continuation pattern. So that could break to
triangle,
the
right?
Ascending is where it's flat at the top and ascends at the bottom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's an ascending triangle, which is a continuation pattern, which means you look at what direction it was going into before the triangle, and that was up. So, dude, take a flagpole from bottom to top, and that'll give you your price target breakout from that bottom to top.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here.
Measure that, extrapolate it real quick. We're gonna look and see, y'all. Let's see what Monero's price target could be. Bam, and bam,
bam. 201 for that next move. Yeah,
where's it sitting right now?
It's sitting at 170. So that's a nice little move, dude.
It's a nice run. It's a good percentage run. And if you grab the ruler on the left side of the screen, Wes, can you do that?
Oh,
just
yeah.
Show the noobs. So if on TradingView, there's a little ruler, and you can measure, like we just did the price target breakout for that. Now you can measure how much of a percent that run would actually be of that, what we just did. Yeah, what is that?
That would be a 16%. And if you 10x, that's 160%. 16%, 10x. Not 20, not 50. I don't know. 20's not bad, dude. A 20x isn't bad if you got a decent amount of capital and you're being safe.
I watched that guy Crypto Face, and he had $500,000. Not $500,000.
He's rich, bro.
He had like $50,000, and then his boy was like talking shit about it. And I'm just like watching him trade. I'm like, God damn, dude, can you imagine trading with that amount of money? But you know, I watched his shit go up. He was in the green by $28,000, and I'm like, sell. And you know, he was just like chilling, like went to sleep and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Like that shit went back down to like, but somehow he was using 11x leverage, right? But I'm like, how the fuck did he do that? Because when it went down, he was only using 11x leverage, but he had a lot of money in the trade.
Yeah.
But that was his number he was using was 11x. And I was like, I thought to myself, 6x ain't shit. 20x and higher is a little risky, but 11x is pretty damn good. That is a good
11x, you're satisfying that you're not just doing 10. You know?
Yeah.
Step above.
It's psychological. Like, well, I'm doing more than 10. Like, I get it. So that's what he was trading in. His shit went down, and then it went right back up. Loki, stop. Don't bite. No bite.
All right. Somebody requested Jasmine. There it is.
What?
Oof. Okay. So for Jasmine on the daily chart, what we want to do is
it because I'm streaming? You want my attention? I can't be streaming. Oh, he wants to get on the mic. Get off my mic, boy. Damn it. What? You want to go out? I might have to let him out of the room real quick because he's getting antsy. Yeah, dude, I wanted to go over some of the meme coins. You're not going to have time for that?
No, we can do it. Just real quick, Jasmine, man, I think we need to. There's no clear reversal here yet, right? But I think, technically, man, on a daily chart, we need to break above. Let's see, made it higher low here. Yeah, technically, we need to break above this. 21 cents or 0.021 cents. A break above that, and then I would long up to 0.0352.
Oh, that's a nice holy shit. That's a nice descending wedgie right there. You're having the breakout already, kind of, sort of. But that's a massive yeah, that's a good entry point. Shout out to our bot, dude. We got a bot in here that's asking for TA, and I'm good with it. Well, I don't know if he's a bot, but he's
Look how many times this is held up right here. This is a solid area right here. This
solid level.
Yeah, this is a solid level, but this right here, look how many wicks tried to take that level out.
Yeah, dude.
That right here. 0.015.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna put you down. Oh, shit. Let me let him out real quick, because
you're good, brother. You're good.
Needy. Hold on. Come here.
All right. Let me see if there was
any
other requests. Yeah. we got a little ways to go get up there, man. I mean, let's see. Let me measure that out. I mean, it's trying to reverse, but I mean, technically this is a lower low on the close, but that's a pretty strong level here. So we could possibly retrace back to this order block before we continue up. But yeah, if I was going to try to trade this, I would want to see a retracement back to that order block within that range, and then a nice bullish candle. I would long it up to this order block here. But we gotta break that swing high there. Are you back?
Yeah, he said, GMB said, I don't know if Jasmine's going to make it.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Now it don't look so bad once you zoom out. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and like Sierra said, I mean, it's also, you can see that fallen wedge on it too.
Yeah, falling wedges are definitely my favorite pattern to ever see, because especially when you're at the end of one, which you're pretty much at the end of one right now. So if there ever was a time to get into Jasmine, it would be within the next couple weeks / months or whatever, and then ride that breakout. But this would not be one I would hold for long, because look what happens after you have that massive run up. You just have a 6-month cool off, and who the fuck wants to do that? Like, I don't want to hold that. I don't want to hold coins that pump one major time and then just go sideways and down for 6 months. Like, I want to see, I don't know, it's a steady climbing step pattern there a little bit, but hard to trade. You have to really keep your finger on the pulse of it.
Yeah, I would look for a breakout of this little resistance area here, a breakout of that, and then that would be your next target, that order block. Oh, let me look at Cardano real quick, and then we can.
A lot of talk on Cardano. James from Invest Answers was going back and forth with somebody on Cardano. That's the one thing I got to give credit to. The ADA Army is they're relentless, bro.
They're convicted. Yeah,
they're convicted as hell. Like I said before, I'm not real big on Charles Hoskinson. I see the vision of what he says, but I've gone back and watched hours of videotape footage with him and Vitalik and the team and Gavin that started Polkadot. And I went all the way back to the source of the team and did research on why people didn't really necessarily want to work with him and all this kind of shit. And I'm not saying he's not an intelligent guy. He's got to be. It just, things didn't click right. And I went with Polkadot instead, because, you had Vitalik, Gavin, and Charles Hoskinson from Cardano were all the original builders on freaking Ethereum. But a lot of people clashed with Charles and didn't like his style, and it was a personality thing from what I think Vitalik was saying mostly, and they just disagreed on different shit. And then Gavin went over and formed Polkadot, and Charles went and formed Cardano. So if you don't know the history of Cardano, you need to go back to where it started, because I went that far back with him. And
GMB, but see, GMB's been around for a long time.
GMB's been in longer than I have. He's been in longer than I have. So he probably knows this story already. But the reason why I didn't originally get into it was because of that. But then you have to change focus, change sentiment, whatever. Look, I was wrong on Polkadot, bro, because I went all in. I staked it. I made a good amount of money because it went up, and I staked it, and I earned my staking rewards. But then I was like, I'm out because this thing wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. It wasn't doing what I expected it to do. So that was my biggest hold in 2021 was Polkadot, because I was betting on Gavin over Charles, not necessarily over Vitalik, but a little bit because he's got more years in life than Vitalik, right? So I was like, this guy's going to be the one. Like Polkadot's going to be the one. And not to say it won't be in the future, but I had to shift focus there. Now with Charles, if Charles is smart enough to hire good people underneath him and they can execute what he's talking about, then I would say Cardano will definitely do some major things.
Yeah, they pump. I think Cardano is going to do very well in price action.
Price action is going to be fine because nobody that's in Cardano wants to fucking sell.
Right.
But for that reason alone, but I would just say, you know, if you're in it for the long term, I think you'll do okay. And I think the community is strong enough. There's enough people to do well. I'm not buying Cardano personally until I use it, which we've been promising GMB for fucking months now. We need to get on that shit. But yeah, dude,
I played around a little bit on it.
Did you get on it? Because I didn't get on it yet.
Yeah, I played around a little bit on it.
How was it?
It was like 2:00 in the morning, and I just don't. I need to figure out my way around. You know what I mean?
Did you create a wallet? Did you swap? Did you?
So no, but what is that fucking wallet called? Where do
Dot did okay, GMB. Dot did okay, but Dot did not do anything what I thought it was going to do. Dot was promising businesses to buy in the parachains and to argue over slots on Polkadot and have all these businesses using it and all this shit. Like the grand vision of Dot is where I thought was going to happen in the next 3 years that just went by, and it just didn't happen. Then you had Gavin step down from Polkadot, and I'm saying to myself, well, shit, if he's a co-founder of Ethereum, he went and started Polkadot, and then he stepped down from Polkadot. What the hell is that? And Dot did okay, but it didn't do what I was expecting it to do, is what I'm just saying.
I think Dot makes a comeback.
I think it does too.
Yeah,
and
I think it makes
so bullish. And maybe Gav stepped down to work on it more. Like maybe Gav said, screw the CEO shit. I want to go back to the dev side. And if that's what he did, if Gav stepped down to do that, I think Polkadot does well and gets the businesses to use the parachains for what it was meant for. Polkadot was built around businesses to be able to tap into blockchain seamlessly. So for them to integrate their entire business and go boom right into on chain, and so they're ahead of the game by far. They're ahead of even Ethereum's thinking. Like what Gavin was set out to do was fucking genius, but it hadn't happened yet. And I think it's one of those things that's too early. It's just too early to hold right now.
Yeah.
Now ADA, can you go to a all-time chart on ADA?
Yes. So this is the weekly. That's the monthly. This is the monthly. Yeah, this is the monthly.
Since it was listed?
Since it was listed, yeah. Back in 2021.
So here's the deal, okay? What I'm saying about this, the price action on this. You went up. You went down, not with as much buying strength on the way down as I personally like to see. You kind of sloped down instead of pumping. You had one little pump in the middle there where you had a retrace. You had an accumulation, you had a little breakout, and now you're going back down. In my opinion, from this chart alone, what was the all-time high? Was what, $3?
Yeah.
After opening?
Yeah, $3.
So in my opinion, what's that level where you had your cursor was perfect?
Where, here?
Now. No, lower. You had the two, a little lower. The top of those three, yeah, right there. What level is that? $1.70?
$1.75.
So you need to get
there's not enough market structure to really.
There's not really enough to do TA on, but You got to run from where you're at to $1.75, and where you're at right now is what?
35 cents.
So what can you measure that move? Measure it percent wise.
What, from 35 cents to $1.75?
Yeah, measure it to there to be safe. That's my bullish case. Let's see how much of a percent move that is.
And you're looking at these two candles here?
Yeah, I'm just taking. You could look at that, or you could go to the bottom of them. Yeah, right there, even to be more safe. That's got more structure right there around that area.
$1.35.
$1.35. So take it from there to $1.35, and let's see.
So that would be a 350% gain.
All right. Here's my thesis on this. If you're buying Cardano to hold for the long term, 10 years, I'm talking 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, I like that.
And you want to be a long-term holder and whale and accumulate, that's a different strategy than what I'm talking about. If you're trying to trade for this cycle and you're hodling and throwing all your money into Cardano for a 300 to 600% move, I'm not saying it's a bad project. I'm saying that you could definitely do better in some other shit that's going to move.
Dude, this could be a boss.
That is a move,
dude.
That is a move. 358% is a good move. It's a good move. But there's also the fact that once it does that move, just like XRP, right? You got diehard XRP guys.
Yeah. But,
the thing is, once it pumps, here's the thing. I know it's different, but they have a huge fan base. XRP and Cardano, whether you love them or hate them, they have a huge community, right? So there's a lot of people that hold. But the problem is, it's like musical chairs. You got 30 kids that start playing the game of musical chairs, but it ends with one, right? I'm not saying it's going to end with one winner. What I'm saying is, once the music stops, right, you got to have a chair or you lose. You're out. Right. So what I'm saying is XRP and Cardano with the price action, and maybe you could pull up XRP in a minute too, but what I'm trying to say is when they do spike, you know what I'm saying? They spike and then it's quick and they come right down because a lot of people want to get out. And when that happens, a lot of your longer term holders are stuck holding the coins for another year, 2 years, 3 years. And what I'm saying is, as a trader, as an investor, it's different. If you're investing in Cardano,
I think
it's a different play. It's a different play. But if you're trading Cardano or trading XRP, those are, in my opinion, the two hardest coins to trade, and I would not try to trade them. If you're already an investor and you're taking profits, I think that's good. But my personal choice on it as a trading coin, you better be watching your charts. When it runs and pumps, you better get the hell out, take your profit, and be on it, because other people are going to.
That's a lot of them, though. That's a lot of them.
Oh, that's every coin, really. But these coins in particular, the price action on both of them.
Why is it telling me 0?
But yeah, GMB, are you a long term on Cardano? I think.
Yeah, he's long term, dude. He's not worried about this short shit. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's going to be one hell of a move. And I think if you have conviction in the project, and I mean, it's obvious they're going to continue building. Like
GMB's eternal, he says on.
Yeah, I understand
GMB's
that, dude.
Eternal on that. I'm good with it,
dude.
I'm good with that. Like I said, even if I don't like Charles Hoskinson personally, I don't know him as a person. I just don't like his face a little bit.
So
it's just one of them things with me, and a lot of my people I watch don't like him. So that's why I was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I invested in the person of Gavin from Polkadot, but he kind of let me down too, because then he stepped down and price action do what it did. But who knows? Maybe there's enough shit go. Like I said, if Charles is smart enough to hire more people around him that are more smart than he is to execute his vision of what he's trying to do, and pulls it off, because I think what their game plan with Cardano, what they're trying to do is decentralize the world, right? I mean, that's the theme they're going for. You know, decentralize to countries in Africa and help everybody. You know, same thing Elon's doing with trying to get internet to everybody. Charles is doing to try to get DeFi to everybody. So his vision is strong. I want to see a little bit more execution on both Polkadot and Cardano.
Yeah, the utility tokens haven't had their day in the sun either yet.
No,
man.
they haven't.
We've had Bitcoin lead like it always does. You know what I mean? I mean, Ethereum's down bad. We just looked at the Ethereum chart. Ethereum looks like ass, dude. And in my opinion, man, like Cardano, a lot of them are looking like this. They all look similar. You know what I mean? When you go into the daily, they're all like in this little downtrend, this parallel channel to the downside, and they all have this structure here that almost it's like a head and shoulders inverted here.
Double bottom ish. Double bottom.
Dude, you have the MACD just flipped on daily. Money flow just
could be a
flipped to the
reversal
green
right now, dude.
Money flow just flipped to the green. You got a fair value gap here, 35 cents. You know what I mean? I would look for it to go back and fill those fair value gaps and then break above this resistance level here. If it breaks above that and everything else is good, money flow is looking good, everything's good, then I would look for some higher targets.
And don't get it twisted. That is a good entry. So even if you are trading it for this cycle, like I said, I don't like to trade ADA as a coin. I would consider getting in here because of the entry where it is. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Good entry for it. Somebody said up top that said he's fudding the project. I think he's talking.
What project?
I think whoever this is saying I'm fudding the project, meaning
that was 12 minutes ago, so
might have been, or it could have been the other one. But I'm not fudding any projects. If that was directed at me towards the Cardano, I'm not fudding the project. I just said I don't like Charles Hoskins. I didn't say I'm fudding the project. I just want to see a little more execution. But that's my longer term opinion, and that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean the price action ain't gonna rock, because the entry point right now is great. Like Wes is saying, this entry point right now would be amazing. So I just would park my money elsewhere on short-term trades. That's all. Could be getting that.
You think so, man? You think so? Holy shit!
What's that?
Do you like XRP better than ADA? Do you think this is XRP's? So this is what GMB said. Definitely an ADA investor. XRP does better than ADA this round, though.
He thinks XRP does better. You know what? All right. Let's get into real talk, y'all. For real.
Let's
get into real talk real quick. This XRP shit. I have to say this. I'm Chico Army.
Oh God.
You know where I'm going with this shit already. Wes has heard this.
I mean, I don't know.
We got to break this shit down. We got to break this down for a minute. XRP. The reason people buy it, and I don't give a shit what they say. The only reason people buy XRP is because they hear the banks are going to use it. So retail buys into XRP with the expectation that the banks are going to use XRP as their crypto rail. Here is the joke. You ready? Here's the punchline. If you don't know that crypto itself is supposed to be replacing the banks, you miss the whole point of crypto. Okay, first of all, you missed the most foundational principle of why crypto was invented. So
I don't think crypto will ever replace the banks. Don't see it happen.
I don't think crypto will replace the banks. I think the banks
not at all.
I think the banks are going to transition into crypto, but they're not going to choose XRP as their, like, they're going to create their own shit. Because first of all, why would it be just one project? All right, this is the reason why. XRP's whole marketing gimmick was that, and it was a brilliant marketing gimmick that they're going to be able to do that. But if you can use Ethereum or Arbitrum, why the fuck are you going to use XRP? XRP is going to be cheaper to use than Ethereum on Arbitrum?
I mean, no, I don't think on Arbitrum, but I just think that XRP has like that foundation built on that use case. Arbitrum is like for the degens to do DeFi, and people are going to pick to use Arbitrum, but either way, like, it's still on Ethereum. The settlement layer is still on Ethereum with Arbitrum or any layer 2 EVM. Have you
used XRP?
I've never used XRP.
Do you know anyone who ever has?
Well, I know it gets used. I mean, you can look at stats and you can look at volume and see the money moving throughout the chain, but I don't have a use case for it. I'm not an institution and I have no use case for it.
I guess what I'm saying is, as a degen coming into crypto, if the only reason you're buying something is because you hear that the banks are going to be using it and adopting it, you're siding up right away when you come into crypto on the bank side.
Now you have a point there, dude. That's like,
and it's a philosophical thing.
Well,
dude.
that's like somebody coming in. That's like a noob coming into crypto and saying, I'm gonna buy Doge, or just because I heard everybody's telling me to buy meme coins. Like that's not what you do. That's not what you should do. So yeah, I mean the same thing with any project though. Like you shouldn't just come in and somebody tells you to buy it, so you buy it.
Well, it's more the psychological trick, right? It's the psychological trick of you're going to make money with this because the banks are going to do it. But if you're buying a coin to make money to help just your pockets, but you're willing to help the banks out, it's a philosophical disagreement I have with you, because I'm saying, why the fuck would you want to get the banks more money when the banks fuck you? They take your $35 fee every time. They busted you over the head for the last 20 years of your fucking life. And they're assholes. The whole point of crypto was to get out of their system to begin with. I'm not saying we're going to get rid of them, even with Bitcoin. We're not going to 100% get rid of the banking cartel. But what I'm saying is crypto's original purpose, Satoshi's vision, was because he said this to the banking system.
Listen, if the people using XRP own the banks, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like me or you or like retail doing it. It's built for the institutions to move money throughout the chain.
But you don't think that there's a bigger market for it? All 100,000 coins are competing for that, though, is what I'm saying. So why would XRP the one, just because that was their marketing strategy? All I'm saying is, just because
I don't know enough to speak on it, honestly.
I don't know enough about the fundamentals, but I do know that the guys that have been in the space long enough have always said, be very careful, and it always stuck with me, and there was enough of that to make me say no. And then when you look at price action, let's pull up XRP's all-time chart. Let's pull up the charts, because the charts ain't gonna lie, and you'll see what I'm saying about the trading.
Oh, dude, I've already looked at the charts. I already know, dude. Yeah, but they've also been going through a lawsuit for like the last 3-4 years, though.
So did you want to hold? Let me ask you this: did you want to hold a fucking coin for 4 years to wait on a fucking lawsuit to fucking go through?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I told my roommate when I first got into crypto, he's like, I'm going all in on XRP. And I said, dude, I told him, I said, don't do it. But, you know, I'm not knocking you if you hold ADA or XRP. I'm just saying, if you're trading a coin to make money, you know, there's other options. Those are my least two favorites of the bigger cap ones. But Cardano, I want to take another look at. Polkadot, I'm going to go back and revisit. Like you said, Wes, utility season has not happened. I don't think people will even catch on to utility until the next cycle, the next halving. That's when people understand, oh, this does something, right? On this cycle, people are just still thinking it's dog coins and shit. Like, I think this cycle is still in its infancy.
You want to see something kind of crazy, though?
Yeah, he says XRP pumps. It will pump. And he says, I'm not passionate about it, but word is buzzing. I agree. I'm just saying, if you're in XRP and you get that pump, I would get the out, because people are going to dump it, and it's going to move to the upside fast, and it's going to move to the downside even faster, because especially, think about it. You've been holding this shit for 4 years, bro. Those people that have been waiting since 2020, they're going to want to get out, you know, like the smart ones are going to want to get out quick. And when they do, it's going to wreck the price action. So just be very careful trading them is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you want to see something kind of crazy that I noticed?
GMB says we need regulation before utility. That's 1,000%, brother.
Absolutely.
We freaking do. That's going to be, you know what? Regulation is going to be the utility. Once they finally say, okay, this is the rules and this is not the rules. And I think Trump will be good for that. If Trump gets in, as one thing Trump's not scared to do is say, I'm going to fucking change this, or I'm going to do this, and this is what I'm going to do. And he'll do it. That's one thing about Trump. You don't have to sugarcoat shit. You know, if he tells you he's going to do something 9 times out of 10, he's going to do it. And I think if he comes in and says, all right, we're going to make Bitcoin to where government can't mess with you, you can hold it, which we already can anyway. We don't need your permission, but we'll take it. I think that would be good. I think we get regulation 2025, and it'll be good regulation if Trump gets in. I don't think it'll be bad. And I think people are fudding Trump too much. But yeah, dude, I think you're right, GMB. You're 100% right. We need the regulation.
Check it out. So this is, can you see my screen?
Yeah, let me add you. Hold on. All right, we got you.
All right, so this is XRP chart, right? XRP chart, all-time XRP chart. Yeah. And then you flip it to the DXY but you got, DXY has been around a little while. Like it almost takes like the same structure, dude.
It's a stable coin, bro.
To like go up and then like this whole side, man. Look at that, and then look at XRP.
Yeah, take the medium side. What did it do the majority of the time? It went sideways. Right?
Well, I'm not just saying that. I just think it's interesting how it's moving, like the dollar. You know what I mean? On a higher time frame. Like we have that middle pump, and then a slow move down, and just like overall sideways. Yeah. I just found that interesting.
Well, if you go back to XRP real quick, and I'll leave it at this once we look at this one more time, because what I'm trying to say is if you drew a line across that all-time chart, keep it right there.
I think most people know that this is
that's a stable coin.
Like it is what it is. Yeah.
Look at how slow and long and grinding and sideways. Now, you could say, well, that's great because it's accumulation. It's going to go up that amount. I disagree. Look at that pump you had, and then you had an immediate dump, dude. If you didn't get out of that shit, how long was it up there?
All right, now hear me out on this.
Yeah.
Take from this area right here, right? Just cancel out all of this noise here, and take it from here, March 2021. Yeah. And then look at that structure there. Okay. Go back and look at ADA from March 2021. Look at that structure, dude. All right, that's September 2021. Look,
they moved.
So like they're all like most of them have that.
Well, go to Dogecoin. Go to the biggest meme coin and do the same thing. And
that's Dogecoin.
Look at the end of where Dogecoin is. And look at the pump.
That was June 2021.
But look at the pump on Doge at the end, and now look where.
Yeah, I'm sure Elon probably said some shit right there, but I mean,
essentially, a little higher. But you had a couple more pumps in the middle, is my point. You had a couple more chances to get in.
Look at Arbitrum, dude.
Arbitrum looks like shit.
So, like, yeah, everything just kind of looks like ass. But I see what you're saying. I mean,
it's just a harder coin. If you're a noob and you're coming in, chances are you're going to hear about XRP. You're going to hear about Cardano. Why? Because they're marketed the shit out of on a lot of YouTube channels. Market the shit out of them. A lot of paid shillers on them. I'm gonna be straight up. That's what it is. A lot of these influencers get paid, bro. They're on a paycheck from Matic. They're on a paycheck from Cardano. And, Crypto Remora ain't nobody paying me. So you're going to hear my opinions on the shit. I'm just saying,
dude, always keep it 100%. And I think that's why we do good, is because we both bring a different perspective. You know what I mean? Like,
and we don't hold back. If we tell you what we say and we mean about something, we mean it. I'm not fudding Cardano. I'm not fudding XRP. I'm just saying there's better shit to trade. However, I like GMB's stance on it, because GMB's diamond handing Cardano. If you're diamond handing now at 35 cents and shit, and you're holding that shit for 10 years, bro, he's going to be rich. Like, I do see that. As long as Charles Hoskinson delivers on what he's saying, he needs to deliver. He's promising a lot of shit. And if you watch a lot of his interviews where he's like saying Cardano is better than Bitcoin, he said it a couple times, and I'm just like, don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to embarrass yourself. Don't do that. That's bad. So he needs to retract that kind of attitude, and that's not a good way to go, I think, which you can look it up. There's a couple times he said it, once or twice. And I may be taking it out of context, but either way,
who is it?
Like Charles Hoskinson on an interview or two said that, may have been taken out of context, but he said something about how Cardano was stronger or better than Bitcoin, or something like that. That was probably a year ago. But I'm just saying, it's more a personal issue of investing with him. It's not the tech and what they're saying they're going to do. It's his leadership, which I think is a little bit lacking. And I think a lot of people had problems working with him. And for those reasons, I was just skeptical on it. And then the price action is hard to trade. But if they can implement what they say they're trying to do, and if it sticks around long enough, it's in the top 10 spot. It stays up there. It ain't going nowhere. The market cap is Cardano's still top 10, right? For market cap?
No, I don't think so, dude. Is it?
I mean, it usually, generally, every cycle stays in it, but so does XRP, and I think XRP is a shit project. I think Cardano smashes XRP in the long run. I'm 1,000% on board with what he's saying. I think Cardano definitely destroys XRP. I think XRP was a brilliant marketing tactic, and then they got kind of caught up because there was so much money involved. And I think you got literally every crypto company in the world trying to compete for your money. So XRP is promising more than they can deliver, is what I'm saying. And JP Morgan is already starting their own blockchain. So why the fuck are they going to use XRP when they can make their own blockchain, which they're already working on? So I smashed XRP right there. Price action sucks. Lawsuit sucks. You're holding it forever. And then you got banks are doing their own blockchain. So you don't. And then even if the banks weren't doing their own blockchain, as a guy coming into crypto, you should not be giving your money to the fucking banking system anyway, or helping them. You shouldn't help a crypto project that's helping the banks. You're in crypto because you're trying to get away from the banking system itself. You're trying to build wealth, right? So it's a philosophical thing for me. It's more of my opinion and what I'm passionate about. That's why I say I wouldn't put my money in XRP. I don't want to help them. I don't want to help people help the banks. Banks are assholes. For the majority of my life, the banking system has not done anything but screw me and taking my money on, charges and, overdraft fees and shit. I remember Christmas time one year, they hit me with 6 overdraft fees, bro. And I only went over by like 50 cents or $1 on each one. They racked up like $35 fees on me like 6 times. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't even do this. And I went in and talked to the manager, and I was telling him, it's Christmas time. You're hitting somebody over the head for $190 when I didn't even do this, and I couldn't understand their little printout and shit. And I never paid that account, and I closed that account, and I've said I'll never put my money in another bank again. And I was like, hell with this, dude. So what are you hunting right now? You're on DeFi Llama.
Yeah, I'm just I'm on DeFi Llama. I'm looking at compare chains, and right now I have Optimism, Arbitrum, Cardano.
Can you pull up XRP?
I was looking for it, dude. It won't show up. The green's got to be Arbitrum, dude. Yeah, Arbitrum's like that DeFi chain. I was looking for it. I don't think it's on here, man, because it's not. I think this is like mostly EVM compatible.
Arbitrum's smashing them jokers, dude. 2.5 billion versus 100%. 213 million. That's why I say Arbitrum. Don't confuse Arbitrum's shitty ass price action on their token with what Arbitrum does, because Arbitrum's tech smashes everybody in the L2 space. Not even close. It's just the governance token price action on Arbitrum sucks. It's not one that you've wanted to hold.
So Cardano is actually not too far behind Optimism. 213 million locked in Optimism's 593. Let's see another one just to
fucking Tron. Everybody talking about Tron now. Go to Polygon. See what Polygon's
Binance too.
Polygon's the biggest competitor, supposedly.
Yeah, Binance, that's a bad one. Well, you said Polygon?
Yeah, that was the one that everyone's screaming. That's the one Trump put his NFT out on.
Avalanche too. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, Avalanche. Polygon.
Damn, dude, look at that. Arbitrum wrecking heads.
Well, Polygon's got 872.
Still not even close to 2.5 billion.
Avalanche 934 million. Is that
almost that?
Is that correct?
I guess.
I don't know. There's more to it than just that. I mean, they have revenue, fees, Optimism's dominating in revenue. It's dope, man. You ever go in here and fuck around?
I look at DeFi Llama.
Yeah, DeFi Llama's fun, dude. I like it a lot. 62 people, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for the monologue, love, on that GMB.
Yeah, if you guys didn't catch it, Sierra's favorite project is XRP.
If you guys missed that.
You guys missed that.
I'm going to be quick, Wes. I want you to...
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Hang tight real quick. Let me pull up the meme coins real quick. I'm not going to do a crazy up because there's not enough to do anything on them because we're still waiting on Bitcoin. But let's look at this. So I'm just going to do a fast cap. In the last 24 hours, Cook has gotten the highest response on Solana. up 27% in the last 24 hours. So people have been buying it. That's the biggest runner in the last 24 hours, literally out of all these coins.
Cook.
So Cook is rolling 27%, 4% pump on my little Wen. That's a slow engine that could. All right, let's go hop on Ethereum real quick. Okay, so the biggest runner on Ethereum out of this list is Node AI, believe it or not. GPU. And then a close sec. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hashflow, which is good. I needed that one to pump a little because I'm going to have to take some profits on this. So Hashflow, number one. Number two is GPU, which is Node AI. And Stargate token, which I got an airdrop for. I'm still holding, not a tremendous amount. I'm going to go to, let's look at Node AI just because I haven't pulled it up in a while, see where we're at. You guys, if you don't know what this is the new Render token. If you're into Render, this is very similar. They're a competitor to Render. I got into it because I like the ticker. I'll be straight up. I like GPU as a ticker. They have some decent partnerships. The structure here is pretty good. You got a nice pump right here. Maintained higher highs for a minute, went up, then had this downtrend. But look at all the chances already. This is a brand new coin. And this is going to bring it home with what I was saying about the price action being harder to trade. You had a chance to get in here. You had a chance to get out here. It came back down here. You had a chance to get in. Then you had a chance to get out here, right? It's like, let's just take a small move in between here on a brand new coin, right? Let's say you bought down here and then you wanted to get out. That's an 89% move. And you had three of them. 1, 2, you had 1, 2, 3. That's 390% moves right there. There's your 300%. You could have been holding XRP for 4 years and not had the same amount of chances to get out. Then let's say you got in here, right? Look at this move. Oh, shit. Let's say you got in down here and said you took a trade right here and got in. That's a 255% move right there. Now, let's say you get in here and you go almost to this level right here that you were at before. Let's say you get a run from there to there. Let's say you get in even right where it is now and you only run up to that line. That's 135% run. But I don't think that's where you're going. I think you're going closer up to this region. I'll bring it down here to not be so bold. I think you're going to go somewhere around here on the bull run. Let's take that. And I don't think you got to wait 3 years to do it. That's a 365% move in a very shorter amount of time. And again, this is a lower cap project. There's only 70 million in this. This is a very low cap coin. It could run a lot higher than that. I'm not going to overshill that shit. I'm holding it. Yes, I hold it, but I'm not going to overshill it. These are coins to trade, not long-term invest in necessarily. These are more traders. NPC sitting at 1.5 cents. Still didn't get that cool off to 1 cent, which I was looking at. Let's bring up this chart here. So it went up right here and starting to come down. Still kind of sideways. This is the next price target, up around 2 cents. So yeah, I don't really see a whole lot of action, but you didn't go down to the bottom. You didn't go down to 1 cent. So that's the TA on the memes right now is not going to be so great until you get a bigger move. That's just the way it is. Most around 4 or 5%. And nothing really crazy to look at over here either. So to wrap it all up, I'm just saying we still need to wait, see what Bitcoin does. I'm not even gonna overdo it on the memes right now because there's just no point.
Yeah.
Let's wait to see what the next move is.
Yeah. So just a quick recap, guys. 58. I think that we could possibly have a little retracement from here, but 58 is kind of that key level that I'm looking at. Man, we need to get above it, stay above it, and then after 58, I think we both agree that maybe a little pit stop at 62, and then eventually, 65,000 is that next target that we need to get above, and then hopefully we continue up to 70 and get past that $72,000 level for Bitcoin. Is that sound fair?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling. Other than that one little red candle mishaps that that one thing we saw that said we might go back 56 or whatever. But total global market cap's probably still at 2.136. Let me just look at that one time before we hop off. We got 62 people tuning in. That's all-time high for us.
No, 80. It was like 84.
80 was our all-time high. Our sentiment must be turning around a little bit, though. That's still good. 2.136 trillion. Nothing's changed there. Let's just see what happens, man. Let's take it slow and steady. But yeah, I think 62 to 64 for the upside. Downside would be 56, no lower than that.
Yeah,
but,
I think that 52
that would be
holds
short-lived
up.
anyway. So that's the if then.
Yeah, I think 52 holds up. I think we both agree on that. But yeah, those are the targets, man, and I feel comfortable with that, with saying that, man. 3 hours. We definitely broke a record for our streaming. We're at 3 hours.
Yeah,
now,
that's a long time.
That's a record. But yeah, we appreciate GMB, man. Thank you so much. Crypto Holmes, thank you so much. We had a few new faces in here. Let's give them a shout out. Where are you? Ayaz, that's Sierra's what is he?
Oh, that's our bot.
The bot. That's our bot. And XN.
That we let hang out.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, XN. If you're still in here, make sure you're subscribed. We appreciate you being here. Thanks for the support. If you could just give us a like, share, just make sure you're subscribed. That really helps us out. We appreciate it. Thursdays and Mondays. Monday, 12 p.m. We'll see y'all back here on Monday and then back again on Thursday. Anything else you want to add before we jump off, Siri?
No, I think that's it, man. That wraps it up.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys, and make sure you're tuned in. Make sure you're subscribed on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Siri at Siri Crypto, and myself at Crypto MacGyver. Much love. Until next time. Peace out.